You guys awake inside of your little man's tiny hut. The fire is still going just outside. Protected with a magical barrier surrounded by glyphs to contain the fire. You guys are currently on the jungle tree top. You are on top of the canopy, looking out to the world around you. It is a beautiful morning. It is very peaceful.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and look over at the priest and kind of give him a little nod towards um, Mr. Man and his girlfriend. We've been up for a lot many hours of the night trying to determine what sort of questions we should ask a literal goddess. So, would you like to start, or
I'll uh I'll let you go first and I'll start cooking us up some breakfast.
you cook?
I can cook fish.
Do you see any fish around here? Do you have fish in your bags?
Yes.
Oh,
I take out my ration. I think this should suffice it for lunch, breakfast, and
treetop
dinner.
fish, fun.
Those are called birds.
I do have crocodile if you'd rather have that.
I never thought about it that way. Well, I never eat regular food anyway. I have my own.
That's fair. I take out one of my croc rations and I go over to the fire and I start grilling it to the best of my ability.
I'm gonna look around for the for Luna and her boyfriend.
Blackjack, do you have the cook's utensils?
I do not.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, so you're just holding
Did
it
say
over
it to the
fire.
best of my ability, so
Roll survival then.
Wait,
survival.
Yeah.
atop a canopy, you're trying to create a fire.
You cook it to the best of your ability. To whoever eats this, please roll a d10 for temporary hit points. It lasts until it runs out, or until the day ends.
Neat.
All right. Well, I'm going to be searching for Snyder and his girlfriend.
As you look around, you can see that Snyder and Night Fury is by the campfire. They're poking at it, trying to stoke the embers.
Excuse me. I well, last night we were thinking of a few things to ask you, and I have a series of questions. If you would be willing to answer them,
Well, all right.
I come over and I sit down next to him, and I just kind of look at the fire, kind of nonchalantly, kind of looking around a little anxiously before I lean over and I ask, "How many gods are there?"
Gods.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's lots of gods, really. There's pretty much a god for every little thing, between the sun to the moon to, bountiful crop yields.
Really? Well, that leads me into my next question. Do we changelings have a form of religious patron watching over us? Is it our queen?
And that would be your queen.
I always knew she was a goddess. I just kind of squeal a little bit.
Your god, your queen, is basically your birth mother, as well. She really is. She, if you are kind of like made a pact with her, like say if you're a warlock, she would be your power source. But
Well, she's already my power source.
if you were a cleric or warlock of a different god, well, you're just denying your mother's powers to you and just choosing some other path to walk down on.
Never. Well, I suppose we should get down into brass tacks now. The earthquakes. Do you know anything about them? What's causing them? And perhaps what's in the center of the this new
Landmass.
world?
In the center of this new world known as the Beastlands, aka Lustria, is what the skinks call it, is home to a lot of kind of more dangerous animals and hardy, either foolish or brave soldiers trying to train there as well. In the middle of it all is a dangerous creature known as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And um, with that, somewhere around in the middle region is the shield which is causing the earthquakes because it is faltering.
Yes, but
This shield is protecting against the waves and other natural phenomenon uh, against this Pangea. This land was originally split into continents until the Slan, the big toad creatures, went ahead and pulled it all together. But unfortunately, they had to build a shield so they could sustain that power when they went into deep rest.
So the shield is holding the world together, and with all the fighting, it's slowly ripping the land apart again.
Well, we're not too sure what's causing faltering, but there's definitely been an uproar of activity.
Is it natural for everything like this to be so sewn together?
No.
Well,
oh
then maybe
hell
this is
no!
just the natural world's reaction to whatever magical malady has taken over it.
Yeah,
It's trying to split apart.
it is, but in doing so, would just end life on these continents. The Slan, with their gigantic power, could prevent this, but unfortunately, a lot of them has went into a deep state of slumber.
Where would they
Uh,
be?
well, they're hidden away in their secrecy, their sanctuaries. There is one active Slan known as Lord Mazdamundi, which is actually in Hexadal. While his power is vast, he doesn't. He controls more of the stars rather than the land itself.
Well, he's good enough as any to get some leads.
Of course, which I believe why we are all heading to Hexadal to find someone who can talk for us or talk with.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're all heading there.
Am I? Wait. But before we move on to more questions, or before we're leaving, um, let me see if I got this right. So there were a bunch of continents. These dudes just made a Pangea.
Pull them
That's right.
together.
What they're
Why?
uh, the Slan are kind of lazy creatures, to be honest. And they sit on their pedestal all day and just kind of float about. But it also brought some new trade, some very rich resources because they went ahead and pulled up some of the land from the ocean, allowing for more trade resources to become available.
It seems as if they wanted to unify all the continents together, just so that you could have everyone sort of looking at them and worshiping them.
That is also true. They, the spread of influence that they had before, it was quite limited because of their primitive technology. They can't really fly long distances, until the pterodactyl gives out.
Yeah, but with magical power strong enough to bring continents together, something tells me they don't need much advanced technology.
Well, that's true, but they didn't have things like teleportation available to them. Something as simple as that somehow just got glossed over by them. They Most of the teleportation kind of powers actually reside in their spawning pools. The spawning pools is actually what bursts these lizardmen, and some of which of these spawning pools are converted into magical means.
Hmm.
The Slan was kind of bathed in that reservoir of magic energy. That's how they're so powerful. But like I said, they're pretty lazy.
Got all that power and are too lazy to
Well, certain
do
people,
anything.
once they have all the power, they can grow quite complacent.
effectively, they used all their strength to bring the continents together so that they wouldn't have to work a day in their lives again.
Kinda. I don't know what else could be out there that would signify a unification of lands, but that's what I know so far.
Well, you've let us a little insight on the quest that we're on, but perhaps you could let us into a little insight on yours. What exactly is a Rot Lord?
A Rot Lord is a vile demon which is spawned from the Howling Plague. This vile demon appeared when the earthquake started happening too, so it could be intertwined together.
Do you know what it wants?
Well, if there's anything to go through the Howling Plague by, it's the Howling Plague is eating up energy with its Mage Eaters. The Mage Eaters eat up the magical molecules in the air and kind of direct that feed into like a uh, think of it kind of like a gas state into now like a solid state, but it's
What?
Yeah, I
a bit
think you've
weirder than
lost
that.
them.
We're talking about a demon, right? Don't they just want to like fuck shit up? What is this with science?
It's the Howling Plague.
Yes,
They are the faction.
I'm not
faction
quite
from
familiar with
which
the
the
Howling
Rot
Plague.
Lord has spawned.
So they spawned a demon. Okay.
If you want
What's the
something.
Howling Plague?
The Howling Plague is a it
Like,
was it was what started this whole scorching thing, or at least a hand in it. It was a late hand, granted, but after the magic started to falter and the scorching came through, um, the faltering of the magic was due to the Howling Plague's mage eaters. Uh,
Uh,
so they exasperated the fall of magic.
these are not. We don't want to. Can we? We can't fuck with these guys. They did what?
Well,
Well,
That's
Based on your
scary.
stories, it sounds like you've already dealt with some of the Howling Plague's lesser fiends. These lesser
So,
fiends, what you know them as like the clam, the the sea turkey, which is those tentacle things. You dealt with some of them. The Umber Hulk, that's one of them.
I'm
so
sorry to sort of go on another tangent here, but all of this makes me wonder, do gods actually have any influence over the world? And if so,
Well,
then why do they allow it to be the way it is?
they used to. Unfortunately, the Mage Eaters kind of ate up their magical, means of transferring power.
The mage eaters can eat gods.
No, they eat the magic in the air, quite literally taking the magic and just condensing it down into a very strong type of material. Uh, all around us, think like it all has like life energy, man. Like midichlorians.
Man.
What's the energy used for? Or what's the material used for?
What
To
That
make
I
armor?
do not, I don't currently know as of yet, but
Well, ask Luna.
Ask your
he doesn't
girlfriend.
know either currently. That is what we're
Really?
trying to figure out still.
So
um,
that's one
This
Wait.
possible.
this
So how
rot
long?
fiend. Hold on now. This rot fiend is more of a standard demon that one would suspect from the Howling Plague. It's not a lesser.
are these fiends why the gods still refuse to return?
Well, as much as one would want to, unfortunately, there's a bit of I'm not sure how to describe this, but think of it like as a shield. Let's go with another shield analogy. It's a shield around the world which they can't break through. While they can have vessels, sharing power to a particular individual, they can't themselves transfer a large uh, quantity of power.
What
So
about Mistra?
everything Mistra, Twilight, well, she's kind of a different case.
She's special.
Very much so. As being the 13th council member on the Council of 13, uh, she is immortal. Think of her as more like a demigod. That's a perfect way to describe her.
So she's less of a god and more like an extremely powerful mortal being.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
So
how is it that you think that, well, we could help you, seeing as the gods themselves can't do anything against these?
Well, Rot Fiend, I guess, is more effective against magic, since they eat that.
Well,
That's all I have.
I don't
now
use
keep in
any
mind
magic, so
them absorbing magic is done through the mage eaters. They are
so
a
Mage
demon.
Eaters are a specific demon of their faction.
Correct.
So
While the demons themselves can alter the magic aura around them into what they want, they can't outright, just for example, just like cast counterspell repeatedly or have like a magical deny area ability.
So,
Now, you might heard me on my unfortunate tangent yesterday, but the Sky City is a very important place where a lot of events are trying to be figured out and laid out.
And what is this guy's city exactly?
Uh, if you look over your journal area, go under
nah.
locations, all run. Oh no, it's not there.
Oh.
What is a Sky City?
NPC locations, factions, all run. There we go.
Yeah, Necro Amphitheater, Allround, the Gates of Allround.
That's it.
Yeah. Did you forget we? Oh yeah. Where were you there when we were found that unicorn and we were leading her
Okay,
to the
this
unicorn city?
picture doesn't want to come out, and let me show you. But Oran itself is a sky city. It is home to the unicorns. They're, of course, advanced in
Skies.
technology, but Mistra herself does not reside there, while most of the council members actually do.
Skies. Okay. So.
That is another question I was going to ask is where are all the other disciples, so to speak?
Well, most of them are called to action against the black smoke, and then the other half of that is trying to investigate and deal with the howling plague, trying to suppress their numbers or try
Howling
to
Plague.
divert their means,
Black
anything that we
Smoke,
can
Howling
do.
Plague, so cool. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about the factions that are all here. Jesus.
Who are the other council members?
Their names must remain a secret for now.
For now.
So we've got Mistra, aka Twilight.
Correct. And then you have me.
That's
I
two
am
so
the
far.
third spot on the council.
Ooh. Answer.
Think of the council.
Anyways,
Okay.
Rust is the only one that paid anything, and she's gone now.
Wait, what? Hold on. What about Rust? What happened?
Brooke posted a picture of everyone's collective life debts, and neither one of them has paid anything, but Rust paid 63, and then Book.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
Well, technically, that life debt is null and void now. She done escaped it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
If we manage to run back into our quote-unquote slaver master, I get a surprise for him. So don't worry. Be happy.
Well, is that all the questions?
Oh, not even close.
Around what time is it right now?
He kind of looks up in the sky. I would say about 7 a.m.
I think that was more of a question towards the DM, or are you really asking that guy that question?
Either or, as long as I get a general answer.
Oh, Snyder, I would like to ask a question to Luna.
Yeah.
How does Luna feel about fulfilling revenge fantasies?
Oh my god.
He looks kind of questioningly to Luna.
How do they feel about retribution?
Vengeance, retribution, all the same thing. We're just trying to play nice so that we don't lose our little gifts.
There's a very distinct difference between vengeance and retribution.
It used to be more
Are you
harsh, she said, but after the scorching, it's kind of meaningless now.
Well, my party has had someone that had stolen from them, and should they ever get their hooves, claws, or whatever else they can get on them, I am fairly certain they're going to rip him apart.
Stolen what exactly?
Sorry, what?
You mean we were swindled?
Swindled, got stolen from, you know.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
You mean my money that was stolen?
Kind of. We were scammed, or well, I say we. A couple of our party members were scammed out of a large quantity of money for some magic items that they were supposedly buying, and then when they woke up in the morning, those items were gone, and their money was still missing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the limited time only magic items.
Yeah, that.
We should
You
have
know about
questioned that far more deeply.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You wouldn't happen to have any leads leading to this mysterious fake item seller, would you?
I actually do.
Oh my god.
Well,
Okay, we can keep that for later, after we
Scum-
have finished it.
Scum people like that who trick people by using big words or, faking their own phrases and whatnot. It's like the limited time only magic items. They reside in the Zakul. The Zakul is a buried town, or, well, city actually. It is buried underneath lots of dust and sand. It is definitely one of the more interesting places out in the wasteland there. They have a lot of what you would know as kind of like the city life. Well, actually, you might not know. It has yeah, you would be the closest, but it's just more to that. It is definitely a city type of life. Think of like think of like think of like enemy factions being across like from one street to another.
Oh.
And they can kill each other at any moments. But there's always...
They decided to keep it quote-unquote civil.
Civil in exchange for some items or money. There's always, some underhanding going on.
So they're a bunch of gang members?
Practically. It's pretty much run by gang members.
Well, hopefully Rogue will be happy to know that we may or may not know the location of his thief.
What he shall
we
do.
will put that on the to-do list for later, I suppose.
Once we figured out how to save my hive, yes.
So yeah, to do that, we have to continue on towards the capital. Find more about...
Yes, I suppose we should get going, but we still have plenty of questions.
Several
we
days
can ask them later.
Several days later, we're still questioning him.
Hey, a good night's sleep will rattle loose plenty of questions.
Yeah, let us have something to mull over. Though, another question that I have while we get everything set up and I look over at the dome the tiny hut, and it disappears as my magic lights up. I look back and I ask, I actually wanted to leave my hive in search for adventure, but I'm wondering if that was a mistake. Um, is this world actually worth celebrating or living in at all?
Oh, an
Which world are you speaking of?
Not
exist.
this world. This world seems just fine, just perfectly fine. I'm talking about the one that suffered from the scorching.
Ah, while while most
So,
of it is a wasteland, there's definite there's definitely a lot of adventures to be had in there.
Well, sure, adventures, but in the end, whenever I'm old and decrepit and my shell's ready to fall off, will I actually be in a position to where I would be able to enjoy the gifts of my adventuring?
Well, that just depends what path you take. I'm not one to decide for you.
Well, if I make it to elderlyhood, I'd like to think that I made the right decisions.
If you happen to live that long, I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the
Okay,
your
let me
journey through
rephrase.
this.
Your opinion of the world.
That varies from place to place. Zakul is a pretty cool place. Broktar, Mokhtar, they're meh. Oran is a very cool place. The Tekek is a very small but really interesting place. Black Smoke is just hell on earth. I wouldn't recommend ever going there unless if you just want to die. And everywhere else, it's a fucking desert. It's a wasteland.
So what I'm hearing is a resounding meh.
Yeah, that's how I
You keep
feel.
me,
saying Olron is a very nice place, but my question is, if we, and I look at each of our members, if we were to show up at Olron's gates, how would they treat us?
Well, if you had me by your side, they'd welcome you in, no
What if
questions
we
asked. If you didn't, well, you're of course welcomed into the outer ring of Olron's uh, faction. These
Can they
would be
detect?
women be under.
Can they see through disguises, or perhaps my natural ability to change?
Oh yeah.
To prompt that, I immediately transform into Snyder. Would they be able to tell the difference?
Oh yeah.
they're
How?
magical? Assume.
They
magic, baby.
so most places everywhere. All right, let me describe this very clearly. Unicorns are very potent with their magic. They are very naturally gifted into using the arts of magic. Uh, and of course, being in the center point of all these unicorns, they will know you. Like, they'll probe your thoughts, they'll probe your mind, sometimes without letting you know that
How
they did.
violating!
Yeah, that doesn't seem very nice at all.
So
Hi.
Sounds really
why
good.
is it a cool place? If you got a
Yeah.
bunch of mind rapists.
Well, I mean, once you get in, you're in.
Seems really authoritarian.
Well, and it's because if you're not with them, they see you as against them.
To be fair, the whole world is a wasteland filled with raiders.
Exactly. And with,
With the
terrorist
occasional
activity with the
monster.
with the terrorist activity of the Black Smokes trying to smuggle themselves in and cause disruption and mayhem, they need to have their security upped and, ready for anything.
The Black
Yes.
Smokes are a bunch of dragons, aren't they?
Dragons and dragoons. Dragoons are pretty small in number, but they are really any creature that has
It's
been marked
converted
by the dragons.
to.
They've proved themselves.
They're dragons, but lame.
But
Eh, you
all
have
dragons
proved
see
yourself to
themselves
be
above
a
the dragoon.
worthy.
All dragons, what?
All dragons see themselves above the dragoons.
Because
Of
they're not
course.
actually dragons.
That is correct.
Alright.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So the Oron place is cool to you, but They don't trust you.
Oh no, they trust me.
No, you is in general. It's
Oh
a cool place
yes.
for anyone to be. It's just they don't trust you, and if they find out you're not who you say you are, public execution, inquisition.
It's more inquisitorial.
Oh, believe me, I know everything about inquisitions here.
Yeah, I mean, there's of course, magic items that can block, detect thoughts or
Yeah, and
kind of
that
like
wouldn't
push them to the
catch their
side.
attention.
But the security's so tight once you get into the inner ring. While you may fool the outer ring, the inner ring will just be a brick wall if you're trying to fool them.
I only got one more question before I'm ready to go. Have you eaten breakfast yet? Because I got some fish.
I have not.
Do you want a fish?
I would love a fish.
How would one go about killing a rot lord anyway?
Ooh.
You already rolled for survival for your cooking skill, so you didn't
Oh.
need to roll again.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he cooks another one just to make sure it's perfect for the day.
I don't exactly know what the rot creature looks like, but I mean, I can tell you that doing normal non-magical damage isn't very effective against them, against any demon, really.
Doing normal non-magical damage isn't very effective, but they eat magic.
Didn't he go over this? They have a
Again, the
specific
mage
demons.
eaters eat magic.
Specific demons, yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Well, let's just hope that this rot lord doesn't have any of those around him.
And of course, like with any demon, they're typically immune to poison and necrotic.
Oh, fires all a go. And explosives.
Well, that only narrows down one of my spells that I can't use against it, so that's...
Well, daylight's burning, I suppose, unless if Rook and Obi has anything to ask.
Currently, no. I'm more pressed for our current situation. So far, you guys asked quite a few that I wanted to ask.
What about you, Rook?
You covered it, man. I don't know. The lizard people with the whole Pangea. That's still. I don't.
Still,
Yeah, that's a lot of...
you're still having a trying time trying to process it.
Yeah, are they immortal or something? How long has this been?
Slans?
Yeah.
Most of them aren't. There is one that is. Like, he was killed in battle, but
Very immortal,
he's a
then, is he?
he's a spirit that still can use his magic, just more limited. And by limited, I mean he can still pull a meteor from the asteroid belt.
So sort of what like Luna is doing currently.
Sorta. I guess that would be an interesting way to put it. Luna is limited in her power. Like,
Yes.
limited. But the Slan isn't. They are unbound by the Scorching.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Would it be possible for you to write up some sort of commandments that we could follow to make sure that we don't end up like losing our gifts accidentally?
Yeah, I can write you one up right now.
Perhaps just one big bold sentence that says "Don't be a dick."
I just slap my clawed hand across my forehead.
God.
Well, it's more narrow than that.
Yes.
Just don't commit genocide, basically. Don't
That shouldn't be a problem for me. I kind
don't
of look
just
over at
go
Obi.
into a city and just start killing everybody. The
Yes.
standard.
No indiscriminate mass murder. Got it.
Well, I suppose we should head off to Hexotl now.
I
So,
And with
Speaking of
that,
which, how much do you think a doctor would cost to fix my wings?
in Hexdottle, skinks are pretty good with their like herbalist medicine.
Do you
And
think Luna could try?
I mean, money's no option. I just need to know how much of it I'm going to be losing.
yeah. Let me look at her character sheet.
Oh yeah, I'm down to 480 gold.
No, unfortunately, she cannot.
Hmm.
But once we get to Hexotl, we'll be able to find a doctor for you to fix up your wing.
Fair enough. Everyone, let's
Mosey on.
get moving.
And with that, Night Fury lowers one of its wings. Its saddle's already on its back.
You were nearly there.
And Snyder goes ahead and takes the reins as you guys climb aboard and get yourselves situated. And then you guys take off.
We and oh yay! Back to the world map.
Just trying to find some music.
Oh, 052. Oh.
Okay. All right. You fly there as it is approaching nighttime. It's taken a full day's travel to get here. And as you approach, you see the city in the distance. Hexotl, the city of the sun, the most northern temple city in the Beastlands. Snyder nods his head back towards you guys. This is Hexotl, population of 45,000 citizens of native inhabitants and countless others. 93% made up of lizardmen, 2% pony, and then there are the miners.
Why is it called the City of the Sun?
It is just what they call them themselves. I am not quite sure why they call it the City of the Sun. It's just what they do. It's
Well,
defended.
hey, I've not been to customs in a while. I may as well. But first, a doctor.
It's defended by magical constructs and wards. The ruler here is Mazdamundi, the most active Slan in recent times. They have a good tavern named the Dragon's Fall Tavern, blacksmith shop named the Bound Arms, alchemy shop named the Geneva's Concoctions, jeweler's shop named the Chinese Gem, enchanter shop named the Vast Oracles, and a general store named Bellathor's General Goods. The city is pretty safe, just steer away from the slums unless if you're looking for some underhanded goodies.
You say enchanters? What do you mean enchanters?
Yeah, enchanter got my attention.
Well, the enchanter sells more of the think of her as like a magical bookshop. She can also improve your weapons and armor. A pretty steep fee, unfortunately.
Well, I suppose I'm going to head for the tavern. I have some coin to make.
Allowing it to magically navigate to hit their target. So, the enchantress shop is pretty good.
Seems interesting. I don't think she can improve my armor any further. Or if she can, it's going to be quite pricey.
Do you know the directions to the hospital?
I do. Well, everyone else can do what they wish in the night. I'll take you to the hospital myself.
I'm going to go secure lodgings for us.
I think we can all go towards a lodging. While, yeah, first see where this lodging is. While then he takes you to the hospital. At least you can know where we can regroup.
As
Yeah.
you guys are flying above Hexadal, you can see that the city is enormous and dense with population. There's a main waterfall flowing down into the river, separating the center being surrounded by walls. Overhead are dragons and dinosaurs. You can see some sort of landing that you're making your way towards. The landing outfitted with the skink tamer, allowing fast travel via the pterodactyls.
I wonder if I tried hard enough if I could swim up a waterfall.
Okay, that is a peculiar thought.
I've never tried.
Oh my!
Holy moly!
Ooh.
Every single one of those yellow dots is an actual place that has actual people that I went ahead and put in.
Damn.
So if you want to do some exploring,
Well, I guess we're going to be here for a while.
it has a full-blown populace.
Bet you're gonna kill yourself.
Dude, calm down.
I see this. I'm going to kill myself. So many things I can write down.
Bet.
Tavern,
And
where's the
you guys
tavern?
are landing just right here. On the right is your little legend that I went ahead and
Yeah.
shoddily created up. The general shop is red, so it kind of doesn't show.
I think it's
But
here.
yeah, you can see it on the map.
Feed.
Those are the noteworthy places, like the general things. But if you want to go to a tailor, you can. If you want to go to a barber, you can. If you want to go to a person that, catches fish, you can. If you want to go to a place, just let me know, and I'll point you in the right direction to exactly where their shop is.
Who needs to go to a guy that catches fish when I'm the guy that catches fish?
You catch a fish. We need someone who catches many fish.
I've
I
caught
mean,
like
Rook
5
caught a lot
fish.
of fish.
I
Yeah,
just
Rook
ate
caught a
most
lot
of
of
them.
fish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the ranger. If I didn't do that, I mean,
I also killed 2 crocodiles. I'd say I'm doing pretty good.
So, Bat, would it be terribly impolite if I went to every single door and just
Not at
knocked
all.
to see who's inside?
You're more than welcome to. I'm
We're
not.
gonna be we're
Trust
gonna
me,
be
I'm
in
being
like
serious.
15 sessions of just strings open up doors.
Hello
If you
there.
guys want to go door to door, I will tell you the person that lives there, their age, and how everything.
Oh my
Anything you want.
god!
It's going to be like Changeling's campaign where there's nothing but doors.
Hello there. Would you like to hear about our goddess mother?
There are more alchemy shops, blacksmith shops, tavern shops, jeweler shops, magic shops than the ones I marked on the map.
Yeah.
So this big wall here, is that like the inner sanctum of the city?
Correct.
Is that where the
This-
rich people live?
Well, no, it's more of like the main holy site temple, with the holy temple right here.
Oh, is that what these big squares are?
Yeah,
Temples?
they are the
What about
temples.
this one?
So this
That's
is the
as far
Big
as
Daddy
there.
temple, and the other ones are mini boys.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that like farmland? Like a
Yep.
plantation?
I want to go into the direction of the tavern.
Okay. So if you guys wish to split up, which it sounds like you guys are doing, just go ahead and drag your token on the map and just make it a bit smaller. Since most of you are traveling as a party, I will go
Oh.
ahead.
How do you drag your token?
How do you make it smaller?
So
Want to go to
when-
this quadrant of the city?
This whole. I want to take up this entire countryside over here.
So I'm going to paste this in general. If you go ahead and click your token and those little squares and the corners, you just take that, hold Alt, and then drag to how you want.
I don't have those
neither
That's
do
what
I.
squares in the corners.
That's what I figured.
Yay! Oh god, no. No.
Okay.
So I guess we landed here.
How do you bring in your token?
So
Good.
you go to your character sheet.
Your
You-
bio.
left click and hold on your name and just drag it and drop it on the map.
Or your token in your bio.
Or that.
Meat wagon.
Meat wagon. How the hell did you come here from Tippin?
It's just like in the river.
I just
guess I'll
see
go ahead
our
and drag
car
this
in the river.
as well.
The fuck?
This
Yeah,
is
you're
going
gonna
to be
have to put me
interesting.
where I need to be because I don't know where the hospital is.
Yeah, I know. He will show you.
Give him a moment. I think the tavern's over here.
That's the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. So the academy, which is the academy of just healing, is right over here. So Snyder will go ahead and take you. I guess I'll get rid of this party token. And right now it is nighttime, so most stuff is closed. But that doesn't stop you to go robbing.
I'm not gonna rob the place.
Immediately lose your blessing.
Hey, you know that feat you got at the end of last session? Just throw it away. Just put it in the trash. Fine.
But really?
Hope that 3 silver was worth it, bitch.
Man.
What the fuck? God damn it, where do I have it? Where do I have it? Where do I have it?
Sorry, right now I'm just trying to get set up. Okay.
Good.
So inside the tavern, I did make a place for this. So right now, I guess Snyder's going to check you in, just so I don't have to do anything else. So right now, Cloudwalker, you're with Snyder. Everybody's going at the tavern to check in, and then from there you'll continue up the street to where the hospital is.
Sounds fair to me.
So here's the tavern. It is
Ooh.
named the Dragon's Fall
Nom,
Tavern.
nom.
Oh god, he named every NPC.
Yep.
This is going to be fun.
The red line is the top floor, second floor. So
Oh,
Oh, hey, look, it's Bat self-insert NPC.
where?
We need to talk to them.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Snyder goes up to the door and opens it. As soon as he opens it, a fresh, warm glow glances across your guys' face, inviting you in. The smell of booze and food fills the air. The sound of a bard is playing. Well, everyone, this is the Dragon's Fall Tavern. My personal stay choice.
I want to wander in, and I want to see if I can find the source of the music.
The bartender is up here, and his name is Tinket. And as you go ahead and enter through the door, you can tell that this pony right here is playing the music.
Looks like she's playing a lute.
Correct.
Ponks. So
I want to approach her.
much stuff.
And I'm going to withdraw my own instrument from my bags.
And watch as
And I
he
kinda give
ruin
her-
everything.
I kind of give her a little quirk of the brow, and I shimmy my instrument a little. Perhaps she understands.
As soon as you pull out your instrument, she smiles with, at first it was kind of a bit of a smirk, then turned into a full fledged smile as you bring out the entire instrument. What instrument is it?
I'm bringing out a lyre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, I don't have a lyre. It's a lute. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
reading the wrong
Yeah.
thing. So we have 2 lutes.
Dueling
And
loots.
yeah, are you dueling or?
Yeah, I'm trying to duel her.
Oh.
I'm just going to play like a very specific intro to something that most bards might know.
Sorry, I'm trying
As I'm
to
walking
find it.
past to get to the bar, I'm going to tap strings on the shoulder and cast guidance.
Okay.
Do I need to roll performance?
Yeah. And sorry, right now I'm just trying to find the character sheet.
You didn't really need the D4, but you got it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to use the D4 if I ever fuck up.
Well, it only lasts like a minute, I think.
Nom nom.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
Hey, I can use that. I can use that once in like maybe a couple seconds. So my little strumming didn't last a minute. So
Ooh,
Okay.
25.
So as soon as you go ahead and pull out your lyre itself, she goes ahead and points her lyre back at you. Kind of think of it as like a rifle pointing at you, but she goes ahead and strums. She goes ahead and while performing, she is doing the Song of Rest. So if any of you would like to spend your hit die here for any reason, you would gain an extra d6 hit points to everyone.
Anybody? Anybody need that? No?
No, just slept.
You.
I guess it's a refreshing song.
Oh, she has a +6, so that's +4, 17.
Sugar just comes in and steals the show.
So as you go ahead and start taking the attention away from her, she giggles and kind of steps back in line and supports your role.
I'm going to shake my head, and I want her to come up and play with me, not just. I've already established who's the best
Oh, she is.
performer here. So.
She's playing her instrument as a supporting role. Backing.
Oh, okay, lovely. So I'm going to go ahead and kick out a little tin in front of us, and I'm going to keep playing, perhaps getting some donations
All right.
with my 25 performance.
As this pony right here kind of walks up to you, he giggles and lets out a hearty laugh. You haven't seen punks kind of been beat like that before. Typically it's even, but so far you're quite superior. And with that, he drops 2 gold pieces.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, but really, she is talented as they come.
Aye, she's my partner. We roam the Beastlands together ever since the portal opened up again.
I continue playing, and I'm smiling, and I'm like, well, I'm here with my party as well. We're new in town.
Oh? What's your name?
My name, and I do a little strum, is Strings. Quaint.
Quite befitting of your character, if I do say so myself. I am
Well.
Nightflash. I'm more of a warrior type rather than a bard.
Oh, well, the name describes you perfectly, just like mine.
What brings you here?
Well, we're on a quest. We're in search of something. Perhaps the other people around here might be able to explain it better, but I'm here to help stop the earthquakes. And I strum a little faster.
You're answering the Queen's call, then.
Of course!
During that little meeting with everybody where she claimed that prize.
Were you there for that?
I've heard it through some other ponies while I was, eagerly getting through here.
Oh,
But
I see.
I'm not in search of helping, unfortunately, as I know I just won't be up to the task.
It's a veritable gold rush, I suppose.
That it is. Best of luck to you, friend.
You
With
as
that,
well.
he goes ahead and raises a tankard towards you.
I raise my lute, and I smile over at Ponks, and we continue playing.
Is anyone gambling?
There is a shady person in the corner.
Just by himself.
Yeah, he
Perfect.
has a game of 21.
Blackjack?
Ooh.
Yeah, he has a game of blackjack.
Hunter,
No, you can't
forbade
do that to
your priestly
me.
duties.
You can't do that to me.
Hunter, it's
Uh,
fine so long as you twist it into somehow being a sermon.
And
I
of course,
can't.
as you walk around the room, you also notice there's a orc.
Yeah.
Just a straight orc.
Nom
Yep.
nom.
He looks happy.
Looks like he's in.
He's with a person, another lizardman.
What's that? Oh. Sasura.
Sasura. So, Rook, would you like to challenge this person over here with a deck of cards? Presumably from 21.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over and I just like, how much for a game?
As you walk over, you notice he has a great sword on his back. He goes ahead and glances back at you, putting an arm on the chair, and he says, "Well, you can bet as much as you want, and I'll match that."
Let's start out small. See how good you are. Then we can.
You gotta hustle him.
Yeah.
So the
So-
way I play this is that, we have the dealer, which is me, and I deal out the cards. And then if you win, you get to double that money. And then eventually it'll be my turn where then you're the dealer.
Hmm.
Does that sound like an all right game to you?
Sounds alright to me.
All right, let's do best of 3 then.
Alright. And I take out, let's see, how much do I want to?
All and baby.
Just pull out a stack and go boom.
10 gold coins, and I just put it down.
All right,
Oh.
take your seat, good sir. Let's get started.
Are we actually gonna do this? Like,
Yeah. Take your goddamn seat in this damn chair.
oh,
Move
I
ya,
couldn't tell.
or I'm gonna move ya.
All right. So, go ahead. We're playing this in kind of a. Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Hmm?
Hold on.
The DM's learning
Just
new
getting
things.
set up.
Be scared.
I'm always scared.
Okay. Okay, this website doesn't work. And this website's playing me an ad. Great.
Someone's shooting a gun outside my house.
Again.
Yes.
How wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know why it's been doing that, but like lately, people have been going outside around this time and just start shooting guns.
America.
South in America.
Mhm.
Town with no police officers.
Oh god, there's sound to this.
Hey,
What are you doing that?
Okay. So,
bring out the deck. Any deck.
So, you go ahead and draw your standard 2 cards. You have a 4 and a jack. Your total is 14. The dealer has 9. Do you wish to hit or stand?
Hit me.
Okay, you hit, and you have 18.
I'll stay with that. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. The dealer made 20. Unfortunately, you lost.
Oh,
Oof.
Roll perception.
Hmm?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Well,
are we about to murder this lizard?
you were pretty close. Want to do it? We're doing it again, right? Same bet? Another 10 gold on the table?
Oh, I can just see this going to be a spiral.
Wait,
Can
I
I
thought it
see-
was
Why not?
best out of 3.
Can I see any
Yeah,
of what's
that's
happening over in that corner?
Nah,
It's
Yeah.
over the wall there.
I mean, from here, yeah.
Now
Oh, I thought he was up there near the bar.
you could try to cheat and, use sleight of hand to pull a different card.
Ooh, ballsy.
Nah,
Okay.
beats the fun of it.
So how much are you betting this time?
10.
All right, another 10.
Mm-hmm.
You pull out a jack and an 8, totaling for 18. Currently, the dealer has 2. Do you wish to hit or stand?
Kind of in a deja vu.
Deja vu. I've seen this place before. And
18's good, but like I'm gonna stay with 18
If
again.
he gets 20
Alright.
again, then we know something.
Stand. He pulls out a king, then a 7. He he has 19 to your 18.
Wow.
But oh shit. You notice him do a flick of the card though.
Oh.
I'm not sure what it is. He just flicked the card.
Hmm.
Trying to test your perception.
Do you want to call him out? Or do you want to keep going?
Said it was best of 3. You won 2. You were clearly you were clearly more skilled than I am. You earned that 20 gold.
Why, thank you, good sir. If any time you wish to bet me again, feel free.
It's my pleasure.
Could have called him out.
Nah, he just doesn't want to
I'm
deal with
currently in a corner with a man with a giant sword. I have
Yeah.
a bow. I also have a shotgun, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with this lizard man. I'm just gonna walk over him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take. I know when I've lost.
Point check. Do you want to play?
that. Currently, he has an injured wing. What do you want? Go
I
to
do.
the hospital or play?
Yeah, I need to go to the doctor.
All right, let's go along then.
I said that's the first thing I would do, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
But wait, didn't he say he's going to secure us a spot of nitrous? I mean,
You said check in. He didn't say.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I forgot because people were talking, but while Strings was doing his thing, I went up to the bar to talk to the barkeeper to get.
okay, let's roleplay that out then.
yeah, you're not escaping this.
So as you go ahead and walk up to Tinket, he looks at you and then passes over a glass. Hi, is there anything you would like?
Yes, hello. I was wondering if it was possible to rent a room for later tonight. I have elsewhere to be currently, but I was wondering if I could reserve a room.
Absolutely. Currently, we have 8 slots. One of them is our deluxe. The rest are common beds.
Deluxe? Oh?
And how much is it for one of your common beds?
The common bed would just be a simple silver piece in your money.
In that case, I would like to reserve 4 of those, please, for me and my party, and I point to each of the members in the room, if that would be okay.
If they wish to upgrade, they may do so.
I will
But
let them know.
Deluxe. What would a deluxe be?
Would you like a drink before you go?
I'm afraid not. I must go get some medical attention for a busted wing. unfortunately.
See, well, drink this thing quickly. And then he goes ahead and reaches under the bottle, or under the counter, bringing out a bottle that has a classic red plus on it. He goes ahead and pours it in the cup, and it is a green energy swirling around in the cup of white.
Can I identify this at all?
Yeah. Roll Arcana. Or you could just
Oh.
ask him about it.
I'll just. Oof.
Oh god,
Like,
he
you don't
poured you a
you don't
poison.
know what it is.
It's a poison potion.
And what exactly is this?
It is it is Brahmin milk mixed with herbal medicine. Good for bones, yes.
I sniff it.
It smells like milk.
Drink it, drink
You
it,
know what? I'm
drink
trying
it.
to be a more trusting person against my better nature. Okay, I pinch my nose and I down the.
Alright, so as you drink it, right now nothing happens, but in a few minutes your soreness will begin to go away and will become numb to your pain. So you won't feel the pain.
Huh. That's rather nice, actually. Thank you. And how much do I owe you for that?
It is free, friend.
Well,
A lot
thank
of-
you. And I put a gold piece on the counter.
Thank you. May your injuries be well recovered.
And I turn around and walk out with Schneider. While the gambling stuff is going down, presumably.
Okay.
It's fair to assume that all this is kind of happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just sitting down and enjoying you playing the lute.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have their own little concert going on in the center of the tavern.
You have me enraptured.
Oh, really? Perhaps that enrupturedness could deal with a little bit of appreciation. I can just
Oh, I
nudge
didn't
the little tin towards you,
Dragon.
dragon.
It's not a dragon, but
I know, I just saw horns and assumed.
Bak. It's actually a Pegasus. But it does have those horns. Anyways, is anybody else gonna do anything?
Does anybody want to do anything?
Not at this moment.
Sorry, I forgot I was
Playing it
muted.
now.
Oh, wait, you said it's a Pegasus? Are the horns real, or is that just like a
I mean, you
like
could
fake
ask her.
horns? Oh, that's you don't do that. No, that's rude. That has to be rude.
That's not rude.
I'm not. I'm just walking up to somebody like, "Hey, are those fake?
Hey, baby, them horns real?
Those horns real?" Yeah.
Well, you gotta put it more delicately than brutish. You gotta be like, wow, I've never seen a pony of your stature before. Tell me, what has... I'm trying to be Rook here. What has made you
Wow,
like
you are
this?
way off base.
What are you talking about?
You are way off base. He is not that eloquent.
Yep.
Well,
Rook
that's
is like
me.
the arrow, straight to the point.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be straight to the point. Just be like, hey, you're a Pegasus, but you also have horns. And the reason?
I just kind of imagine Brooke just walking up to her, just kind of like
Why you got horns?
just kind of like glaring at the horns for a second, and then just like looks at her, and then like puts his hoof up to his face, and just kind of like goes in a circle. It's like, why this?
Okay. If you guys are done with that, we're gonna go back to here. And I'm going to go ahead and do this with Cloudwalker. You guys
Gotta
are
go
gonna
get
go
my
up to the
emergency
academy.
surgery.
Do I earn any gold, like more gold while I'm in here playing the loot?
Roll
25 performance.
roll 2d4 times 2.
2d4
So-
times 2, or is it 2d4 plus 2?
Times 2.
If I put X2 in the roll, will it do it?
No clue.
No clue.
I don't think it did.
Just roll 2d4 and then multiply whatever outcome you get by 2.
Okay, so roll 2d4
Yes. Ooh,
and then 12. So
That's decent.
12 copper
get-
pieces.
I get 12 platinum.
Boy, you wish.
It's amazing. I went for the copper, you went for the
He's not
platinum.
corrected me yet. Well, it's already in my character sheet. Sorry.
I think he's trying to set up the hospital.
Yeah, well, he's not correcting me yet. Sorry, it's time's already passed. It's your turn.
Which, judging by this
Hospital.
legend, is something that was not actually in there, so he's probably having to throw it together.
No,
Real
it's
quick.
already done.
Oh.
Like I said, it's just the main stuff that is up there. I didn't
Okay.
think about your injury.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, we just kind of flew in.
It's good to know that my crippling injury is not important.
I mean, not really. You're supposed to be a healer.
Well, that and, you know, I can still travel in water and on land, so it's, you know...
How is it that you don't have like any medicine skill?
Oh, I do. I just don't have a healer's kit, I don't think. Hold
Oh,
on.
you have to have a
I-
healer's kit in order to set it.
I think so.
Hell, a decent survival roll or medical roll would have been able to set it properly.
Oh, wait,
just
no, I have a
sticks and
healer's
blocks.
kit. I forgot I had it.
Okay, so you're done. All right, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. As you go ahead and walk up to this medical school, you can see that it is quite beautiful. It is more Egyptian in terms of all of the buildings' looks.
Wait, so it's similar to the pyramid that we saw in the desert.
Yeah. This one has a classic kind of like Greece structure with columns alongside and then entering into a point that is just down the way. In front is a waterfall. Not a waterfall, but like a fountain spewing up, creating those waterfalls effects.
Some pretty architecture around here.
As it is nighttime, you don't see anybody around, but the light is still on inside.
I try to wander up to what I presume is the front door.
As you walk up to the front door, you notice it is very grand in design. It seems really inviting as the door itself is embroidered with trinkets and gold.
Do the trinkets and gold look like some sort of religious offering, or is it just decoration?
Decoration.
Okay.
Well, that'll be your. Snyder speaks up. That'll be your hospital. Now, if you need anything, please do just call out, and I'll be sure to come assist you.
Of course.
Mm.
Thank you for bringing me here. I would be lost in a settlement this size.
I understand. We'll go ahead and regroup with you in the morning, talk to you, see how you're feeling, and then, yeah. Have a good night. May you get well rested and healed of your injury.
Thank you. And
Of course.
I go inside.
Okay. As you go inside, you notice there's a very, very small skink. He is decorated in some kind of like leaf skirt with a leaf headdress.
Hula?
He looks up at you. Oh, hello there. My name is Morag. What is your name?
I am Cloudwalker, and I am in need of medical assistance.
Nice to meet you, Morag. Welcome to my establishment. Now, what type of injury are you here for?
I try to stretch out. Is it one of my wings that's broken or both?
One.
One.
Okay, I try to stretch out the wing that's broken to the best of my ability and say I need this mended.
Oh, please do not give strain on it. I understand you have broken wing. We will go ahead and fix that. Please, come follow me. I
And you
shall
go
bring you
under.
to
Wake
I
up.
shall bring you to Merrily. She is quite comfortable with the whole wing anatomy. And with that, he brings you upstairs. Inside the As you enter, there's a little red desk on the right where Morag was sitting. In front is a hallway that is lined with gold alongside the like the bottom of the walls and the top of the walls is lined with gold as it goes out into a small little courtyard with an indoor kind of garden with a small bridge over a small shallow river running underneath.
On my way to this building, did I notice if any of the other buildings were as adorned with gold as this?
While while some of the buildings was decorated, um, it seems to be more of like the personal items decorated with the house.
So
This
this is a
one,
special building.
yeah.
Okay.
As he takes you upstairs, you can see that uh, it is kind of the patient's room. You can see an occasional Saurus skink, and you even see a bat pony in there getting healed up. He takes you to one of the rooms where the person named Merrily is at. She goes ahead and takes you in, and then she nods to Morag, which Morag then looks up to you and says, "Well, Merrily will take care of you. She will do very good. We don't have to discuss payments right now."
Oh.
I kind of tilt my head and say, "Oh,
And with that, he goes ahead and closes the door for privacy for you guys. Merrily goes ahead and takes you by the. She goes ahead and reaches out like a hand, putting it uh, on your back, and then kind of like motions you forward, and to go ahead and lift yourself up on a kind of like a bed pedestal. I don't know if you've been to like a dentist, but it's kind of like that. In order to get yourself situated while she goes ahead and operates.
no, all right."
So as you go ahead and prop yourself up on the bed, she tells you to lie down on your stomach, in which I'm sure you comply.
Yep. So far, so good.
Oh, this will be no good. No good. And with that, she puts a palm underneath the base of your wing and pushes in while she takes her other hand and grabs the base of your wing and lifts up. And you can feel your bones starting to shift again. Can you roll 8d4?
This does not sound good.
Mm.
You're going to a lizard doctor for
She
a
just
wing
breaks my
thing.
wing even more.
Now roll a d6.
Oh.
Oh, I messed up. Hold on.
What?
There we
It
go.
was a D60. Oh.
All right, so the first roll was your pain tolerance, and the second roll was the pain given.
Oof.
Um, while you do take the brunt quite well, a little bit does leave you a bit hurt. So please roll another d4. and then this will be damage.
Wow, the only times you ever get fucking nat anything, and it's when you're taking damage.
I know, right? Screw me.
She goes ahead and just continues talking on about the place. Seems all kind of nonsense to you. She goes ahead and slips her tongue a bit and starts to speak her own language here and there, and then slips back into equine. Her accent really throws you off into trying to understand what she's saying.
What language does she speak?
You do know Draconic,
I
but
do know Draconic.
it is a very old Draconic, so please roll history to see how well you can get through her basically
why is
unrefined.
every check you have me roll is something I have negatives.
It's
Unfortunately, the DC was 10. You don't
It's-
understand through her old accent.
it's Draconic traditional and Draconic simplified.
Yeah.
You know, simplified.
After a bit of time, she starts breaking your wing back into back into place.
Oof.
And she goes ahead and leans down to you. Please get rest. I shall be here in the morning to continue and fix you.
Okay.
Would you like anything to eat or drink before you go to sleep?
Nah, I'm okay, I think.
All right. And with that, she fills a pitcher with water, and she has a glass right next to you where she fills up with the water and sets the pitcher on its side. She goes ahead and walks out of the room. Before doing that, I forgot to describe this, but there's two different type of lightings for this city. In the tavern, it is done by torches, and in most places, it is done by torches as well. Except in there's certain places where people want to go ahead and turn off lights and turn on lights really easily. Think of it kind of like as a light switch rather than having to light a torch, smell it, and smoke up the room. She goes
like
ahead and
torches.
she goes ahead and takes one of these like slime bugs against the wall that is green in nature and is glowing in the middle, and she goes ahead and gives it a squeeze where it turns off,
Oh, like a nightlight.
dimming down the room. The bug is still glowing, it's just very dim.
And the moment she leaves the room, I down the entire glass of water.
Mood lighting.
Okay. You still have the pitcher, so
I leave the pitcher there.
okay. All right, now let's go back to the tavern to see what you guys want to do next. And after that, we'll go to sleep.
Oh yeah. Luna's boyfriend came back to the tavern after dropping off Flatwalker, right?
Yeah.
He was like, when he comes in, I was like, just a quick question. What's the healthcare system like? Is he gonna be fucked with bills, or like, is it cool?
Well,
Just wondering.
here's the thing. If you know them, and you know how their economy works, no. You won't be fucked by their system. But if they can go ahead and get you, take your money, they'll try it.
Wow.
Oh, well, that bodes well, considering I don't know them or their economy.
Just don't pay the bill. We're leaving anyway.
It comes down to a simple moment of you will pretty much always have to pay the base price, which is pretty reasonable. But they start asking you for services, say like food, water, if you want a massage,
Screw me.
and they'll give you that, but it costs a crap ton.
And I drank the water.
Oh, dude, that's an extra 30 gold.
God dang it.
So
The bet alone is 500.
Wait, don't you have a spell to create water?
It doesn't satiate the roof.
I would have, but Bat said no.
Just
It
keep,
doesn't
just
satiate thirst. That's all it does.
No, I'm not. I don't want him to do that. I just want him to replenish that, so it seems as if he didn't drink any of it.
Oh, cool.
just spit in the jug until it's full. And there we go.
All right. Anything you guys would like to do? Sneak out, rob some people, talk to people.
Why are you so insistent on us robbing some people?
Lose your blessing, you know.
You wouldn't lose your blessing.
Most likely. Or
You have a
Um,
50% chance.
As long as you're stealing with good intentions, it's not evil.
Yeah, be like Robin Hood.
I imagine that Punks and I are tired of playing.
Oh yeah.
We're already finished by this point.
She's with Night Slash.
You steal from the rich and give to the poor. It just so happens that the poor is you.
Well, I put away my instrument. I bid Punks a good night. I thank her for playing with me.
She
And,
nods
I'd
at
love
you.
I'd love to do more in the future. Perhaps a collaboration. Make our own piece.
Make a mixtape.
Yep. It'll be fire.
Punks and strings in the hood.
So again, there is a if you scroll down, there's the second floor.
Yeah.
So it's not just one floor. It's separated by with a red line.
I kind of want to come over to this orc.
What the fuck is
Get his
this?
story.
As you
The heck is this?
what?
Uh-oh. That looks like demon.
And this
Oh, no.
staircase, where does this lead? Second floor to the roof?
It
I
actually
think-
does lead to the roof. It's just an attic, and if you would try to go up there, it's locked. There's nothing
Oh.
important in there. That you know. As you go ahead and walk up to this orc, you can see that there's just plate after plate, empty and full. This orc is going to town eating food.
Oh, you've quite the appetite, friend.
Yes, I love food.
Zug zug.
Florp florp.
Nerds.
What does Pony want with my food?
Oh, I don't want your food, friend. I'm just wondering what your story is, how you ended up here.
I was part of tribe. Us tribe was not like orc. We tribe was more trader, not trader. We trade goods to the lizard men.
Ah.
But unfortunately, most not like me or them. So me,
Oh, what's not to like?
well, they and us are at war, but
Oh.
I try not to be like me. I stay in tavern. I await for my other fellow traders.
Well, as long as you're not hurting anyone, being
I-
yourself isn't something you should be ashamed of.
I love not being myself.
Oh, well,
Myself is mean. I don't want mean.
fair enough. I'll look over to the lizard.
No.
And how about you?
I was about to put on the Ringo accent.
Huh.
Well, Nom Nom here is kind of an old friend. I've traded goods with him in the past and even was hired to help protect his caravan. We've been here for some days now, and we're not quite sure if the trader company is actually going to come back. So, I mean, who are you guys? I noticed that you all came in as a group. Are you guys adventurers?
Of sorts, I suppose.
What do you mean of sorts exactly?
Well, we're not really here to enjoy the scenery. We're here on a mission to determine the origins of the earthquakes.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, if you happen to find one of the caravans or caravan members, can you send them to the Dragon's Fall? Then I'll make sure to put in a reward for it for you guys.
Oh, sure. Do you know any of their names?
Well, um, you can go ahead and find them quite easily by the blue and white patch. There is a patch that kind of looks and resembles a shield. It has a blue background with a white chest. That is how they signify their clothing. Traders come and go, but there's also another main leader named Ziggurat. Ziggurat's the main leader of the caravan. He will always be around.
He's not missing, is he? Is
Well,
he the one missing?
right now I don't know where he's at, or the other trade
Right.
caravans, or the caravan itself.
All right, I took out a little notepad and I wrote it down, nodding as he went along. Okay, very well. I'll be sure to keep a lookout for him.
Yeah, please do. We kind of need to get out of here. Debt is piling high, as you can tell.
I fully understand. How much debt have you incurred?
Well, right now we're about 130 gold pieces in debt.
Hmm. Well, I wish I could help. If it gets a little too much, then I suppose I could. But
Won't be necessary if we can find our caravan.
very well. Then I will definitely look out for them, and I'll inform the rest to keep an eye out as well.
Thank you, friend.
I give
May your
a little
journeys be
bow.
safe.
Enjoy your nights.
You too. And he raises a tankard towards you in good gesture.
I offer a smile and I wander away from them. Does anybody else want to do anything, or can I continue interacting?
Oh man, I don't know. It's kind of fun just watching you bumble around, just quizzing people. It's like, what's your life story, random man?
Hey, how'd you get here? Who are you?
What's up with those funky horns?
I happen to like that, and it's quite akin to what D&D is really all about. You gotta find the story.
Yeah, we just got a
that's-
side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a good picture. Just
I mean, when you go into a bar, I mean, there's friendly faces all around. You just gotta ask, and
when you go
And not fucking embarrass yourself like Russ did, flirting with that one mayor forever ago.
yeah, there's a lot of
Fucking cries and runs upstairs.
Hey, you want to come into the forest with me and have some fun? Ah!
No, no. I think I hear my friends calling.
Wait, so that was the cause of him running away.
No, the cause of her running away is that she had. Fuck it. That's not important right now.
To be
All right.
honest, Cloudwalker would have done the same thing.
Okay, so anybody want to do anything?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just watching you interact. I
All
may
right, then
be,
I'm gonna come down to,
I
want
may
to see the
be,
satanic room, but
I may be the
I
ruler
feel like-
of. I mean, I may be the leader of the group, but I don't have that much confidence with
am your
talking
ruler.
with people.
I'm gonna come over here in front of the fireplace. I'm gonna feel the warmth, and I'm going to sort of look over my shoulder at these two, and
Send them those bedroom eyes. Wink,
You
wink.
can see Cotton Snuggle is just blabbering on about something, and Mary is trying to.
Wait,
What?
Cotton Snuggle and then Mary.
You can see Mary is talking about. There's this one thing.
Father.
As you kind of eavesdrop on the conversation, you hear. Actually, this scene with the skull is during the Gravedigger scene in Act 5, Scene 1, and it goes to Alas, Poor York. And the to be or not to be speeches from earlier in the play when he's talking to himself in Act 3, Scene 1. Maybe if you actually read the script.
Are they talking about Hamlet?
You're just making a rough.
I want to see if I can remember Hamlet.
To be or not to be is the question.
And Cotton Snuggle is just like over ecstatic and just making rumors up about Hamlet. Ah, but didn't you see the warrior in the streets? Oh, he was so handsome.
So,
Well, this is clearly a conversation I won't get any word in. So
I like the part where Rosencrantz dies. Guildenstern.
I never got to read Hamlet. Is it any good?
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
I've only seen the spin-off, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which is fucking absurd.
haven't
I've
read
tried to read like 3 or 4 different Shakespeare works, but in their original written form, and oh my god, it's like trying to read an alien language. I couldn't understand a thing.
I 100% agree. My English teacher gave us both the Hamlet original and then Hamlet's, simplified.
Oh God.
Oh, you poor
I completely
people.
agree with you.
The ones I had to read were the originals. I read the original version of The Tempest, and I got about halfway through it, and I'm just like, I'm gonna fail this test.
Well, it could be worse. You could be reading the fucking text version of it. Did you guys ever see that? They made like emoji / like text messages
No.
versions of Shakespeare works. And it's so fucking awful. Yeah. Like one of them I saw was Romeo and Juliet, but it was like like the whole play was done as if it was through a phone. People were role playing on a phone with like emojis and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, we
so
never
fucking
had that. Not even.
Yeah, I don't
close.
imagine they would be in Europe. I feel like that's an American thing,
Yeah.
and I'm so sad. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn, and if I catch their eye, I'm gonna give them a little friendly wave.
Nah, they're too engrossed in their
Marie
conversation.
doesn't notice you, but Cotton Snuggle certainly does, and she goes ahead and waves back.
Friendly people. I'm gonna come over to this person.
So yeah,
Oh, God,
one
no.
Hey, friend. Are you
Hello.
ready for a game of blackjack?
I'm afraid I don't gamble. I'd lose all my money. Plus, I wouldn't know how to play.
Oh, well, it's quite simple. If you go ahead and go over the card amount, each card has a total value, and if that total value goes over 21, you're considered bust. If
I
you
see.
are under 21, you can choose to hit for another card and add it to your total value, or you can choose to stand, and then the next person goes ahead and draws their cards to try to beat you, and they can choose to hit or just fail.
Right. Well, I suppose I could play one game.
Very well.
I don't really know what I'm doing though. What's the minimum requirement here?
You could just put in a gold piece.
Well, how much are you going to put in?
I'll match you.
Oh,
proceeds to utterly destroy him.
I'll put up 10 gold pieces. How does that sound?
All right, very well.
Okay. Well, let's attempt then.
He goes ahead and deals out your cards. You get a queen and a 7, totaling to 17. He currently has a 5.
I kind of look down at the cards and I'm like, what do I do now?
Oh, and at any point, feel free to double down on the gold value. Well, currently you have a 17 out of 21. You do not want to go over 21, otherwise you automatically lose.
Right.
Now, you can choose to stand and keep your value of 17, and I need to try to beat 17. Or you can hit and see if you can get 21 or, down to 17.
Okay.
For a better chance of winning.
Man, screw
Okay.
you, Rook.
Well,
What
what's
did I
Rick
do?
doing?
Got that song stuck in my head now.
So, would you like to go ahead and hit another card, or stand with what you have?
Oh well, let's. I kind of like I'm like putting my hoof up to my nose. I'm like, Ugh, sorry, I think the dust in here is getting to me. I kind of sniffle. I guess I'll go ahead and hit then. Just as he.
The game actually told me to say, like, hey, typically people would stay. It legitimately just told me. But alright, hit. Oh! You draw 2, totaling to 19.
Oh, that looks fair.
Well,
I think I'll stop there.
alright. He goes ahead and draws a jack and a 9, breaking and busting to 24.
Oh, lovely. Do I win?
Congratulations! You win back your 10 gold plus my 10 gold.
Oh well, thank you. This was an enlightening experience.
Of course, friend.
I put the gold into my pocket and I wander away.
I
Maybe
love
I just suck.
And you can just see Rook out on the corner watching
He's
you
just over
two
there
play.
seething.
Hey, I won.
You know, if
You could have doubled down there.
yeah, but if it was like certain that he was cheating, I would have used my illusion magic to change the card. So I probably would have won regardless. If he hadn't noticed, anyway.
Oh, wait, also, the guy explaining the game saw what he had. Were they like playing an open game?
He
was the
just
dealer.
draws his first card. And from that you can kind of judge what maybe next his card would be.
I mean, like, typically, don't you like play with one card face down for each person?
No.
That's how I usually played.
I see what you mean. But I guess this would be an open version of it.
I'll wander up to Rook and say, "Oh, well, you should try that game over in the corner. I just won some gold off of him."
I did.
Oh, did you win?
No.
Oh, it's fair. Not all of us has the luck of the draw, as it were.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
just
don't gamble.
You didn't lose much, did you?
How much did you win?
I won 10 of his gold, so 20, I suppose, 10 net.
I lost 20.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have paid to pay back your losses if it were only 10, but anyway. I'm going to walk up to Rook. Or not Rook, fucking Obi. Well, you've been awfully quiet.
You forget how much money I have.
Sorry, but I'm not really the conversationalist.
Oh, you don't have to be. You can go enjoy a drink at the bar. You can listen to some music. Go enjoy the fire. You don't have to sit in one place the entire time.
Well, I did listen to the music. I did kind of watch you go around and talk to new people. So that wasn't the
Well, you
thing.
can always join me and get over that little social stigma you have.
Nah.
Fair enough, but if you never want to grow, you'll never learn.
Yeah, maybe later.
All right. I'm gonna come over to the bar guy.
Hello there.
Hello. It's great to meet you. My name is String. Perhaps you heard me playing over there. I drew quite a crowd.
I did. Thank you for your patronage and service here.
Of course. Now, I do believe that drawing in so many wonderful smiles and no doubt brought some people over to the bar for some jovial refreshments. Now, I'm just wondering, I don't normally work for free, but maybe you can cover my room fare for tonight. We'll call it square.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, how much is a room then?
If you would like a common room, it'd be 1 silver piece. If you would like a deluxe room, it'd just be 1 gold piece.
I'll take a deluxe room.
Deluxe room is yours then.
Oh, thank you very much. Where is it?
It is upstairs.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wonderful. I was just thinking of going up there.
Hey, what?
Though I look over to my left. Where does that staircase lead? Does that go up or down? I can't. I literally can't
This-
tell.
This one leads up. This one leads down.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, thank you very much. I suppose I'll just make my way up, unless there's a specific room number I should be paying attention for.
Ah, yes. You would look for room 314.
314. Do you have a key?
No.
Oh, okay. I suppose I'll lock my door with a rope then.
Oh, no, you can lock your door from inside.
How would I get it unlocked if I decide to leave?
You would have to ask me, sir. I'm sorry.
Do you have a key?
Yes. He goes,
Okay.
he goes ahead and pulls out a golden amulet and hands it to you. There is your.
Oh. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Do I just wave it at the door, or?
I mean, sure, but people typically don't stay the entire night. But I mean, if you want
Well, why else would we rent a room if we're not staying the entire night?
I mean, for the deluxe, of course.
The deluxe of staying in a room for 5 minutes?
I mean, I guess that's what people do.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm just jerking you around. I don't mean to give you a hard time. I'm
Oh,
going
it's
to retreat to my bedroom.
What's up with the deluxe room?
I'm about to go find out.
Is there only one deluxe room?
You know.
Wait, is this one?
It's literally the only room upstairs.
I'm about to go find out.
Wink, wink.
All right, so you go ahead and come upstairs.
I want to see this.
I kind of look over the ledge and I'm like, oh, okay, this is clearly the wrong area.
There's a door right here.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it. I'm going to wander through. I just kind of peering around. I see the table. I kind of survey it, see if there's anything interesting.
You see that it's just a dining room. It's all prepped for guests.
Oh, that's lovely. Wander up. I see 2 doors.
To your left is 214, and just above that, right over here, is 114. And then this one's 314.
Okay. I wave the amulet in front of it, I guess.
It
And
unlocks.
I'll wander in.
Oh god.
Here we go.
You can see a cute-looking bat pony lying quite seductively on the bed.
Wow, she's been
Excuse
waiting.
me, this room is rented. I need you to vacate.
Oh, darling. Are you new to the Dragon's Fall?
Yes?
Oh dear. I am Memoraphilia. I am your deluxe.
You're my what now? I'm sorry.
You rented a room for me. Not really for me, for you to do me.
Excuse me, I rented the room to sleep. Okay, I really don't have time for you. Please go downstairs.
We can certainly sleep, all right.
I don't think you understand. I go over to the door. I open it. Leave. I don't need your services.
Oh, darling. I'm sorry, but I cannot leave.
What, are you bound to this room or something?
Quite.
Can you get in the floor then?
I mean, if you want me to be your puppy dog, then very
Okay, well,
Be gone! Thought!
Oh my god.
And she actually goes to the edge of the bed and like curls up as like a little dog.
Well,
are you bound to the bed?
Such is my fate of being a greatness.
Fate. Are you a slave?
No, not at all.
Then why do you choose to be here?
Because I work here.
And you get funding from, I suppose, tips and the barkeeper downstairs.
That is correct.
Well, how many people do you see normally?
Well, most people don't rent a whole room for the night, if that's what you're asking. I typically get through those party bunch quite quickly.
I sit down and I just kind of look over at her. There's that question again. Rent a whole room? I want to sleep in the privacy of my own comfort. Why is that such a foreign idea?
Don't worry, darling. There's lots of privacy with me. Anything that is said or done is kept to me.
Well, if you must stay, then I suppose we should enjoy ourselves. I reach into my bag and I pull out my my loot.
I pull
Do you
out
have
my
a favorite
Nintendo
tune?
Switch.
Do you like to play Smash?
Oh yeah, she likes to play Smash, all right.
Oh, damn it, Hunter.
She doesn't mind playing Switch either.
Oh, fun.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, I thought you said.
Well, we'll see how the night goes then, I suppose. Just lay back and enjoy the dulcet tones, and we'll see where the night takes us. Oh, and feel free to make some suggestions. I kind of give a little wink as I transform into different, like, races in front of her.
Giraffe.
Playing a lute. Giant neck.
Well, I don't know, darling. I do like the holes of changelings.
Oh.
I sort of ponder on that for a moment.
Which hole?
I'm just gonna go over and lock the door.
Oh God.
All right. Well, that's as far as I'm comfortable as going. Everyone knows where this is heading, so.
Very well. Anybody would like to do anything else? Chat with the people and whatnot?
I might as well.
Still plenty of people out here that we haven't talked to yet.
God.
Yeah, the upper
Side.
floor.
I'm just too goddamn curious. I'm gonna. Excuse me. Hey, do you see where I am? I'm on the second floor, trying to talk to.
Yeah. Are you trying to talk to these two?
Yes.
They are quite glowy ponies, from what you can tell. They look to you, and they say, "Hello there."
I hate to be rude, but like I don't know else how to ask. What? You're a Pegasus, right? Or what's really cool horns? How do you do that? I want cool horns.
How do you do that?
Oh. Well, it is true. I am a Pegasus. I am also a warlock. My patron has given me gifts, as you can tell.
Kind of gifts. Like, can you also do
Horns.
magic?
Well, power, horns, and, well, this cute magical little necklace. I am a warlock of the Great Old One.
Is he also a
Which
warlock?
hole
Is that why
are
he's
we
glowing?
talking about?
No, he's more of my... He's more of like my familiar. If you look like the ranger type with your bow. You know what that
Yeah.
is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got George, and he like peeks his little head out of the bag.
What a cute little doggy. And she chuckles as she obviously is sarcastic about the doggy parts.
No, she's not. She's serious.
Shush you, you're in the middle of something.
My little friend here is named Imps.
Howdy.
And he goes ahead and raises a tankard to you. He's fucking drunk off his rock. And if you look closely, you can obviously tell they both share the markings of the Great Old One with the swirling magical colors. Well, traveler, what is your name?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even introduce myself, did I? My name's Rook.
Nice to meet you, Rook. I'm Scarlet, and this is Imps, as I stated. What brings you here, friend?
Something about, we came here because the world's falling apart and people who put it together are lazy as shit, something like that.
Oh,
Big shield. Yeah.
oh yes, those earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about them.
I feel like there should be feel like there should be worrying just a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's happened once before, and the slimes fixed it. And I'm sure they'll fix it again.
Not one to put blind faith in anyone.
Neither am I, but my patron protects. If this beast land it becomes too dangerous for us, then I shall leave.
Speaking of which, this patron thing sounds pretty neat. What do you gotta do? Because I want some horns too.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Basically, you go ahead and try to seek out some sort of otherworldly power, like a god.
Huh.
These gods go ahead and, if you're worthy enough, grant you their power. But you must do what they tell you. So, for instance, if your patron needs you to go ahead and say, I don't know, feed some puppies to some cats, for instance, you have to do it. Otherwise, you lose your powers.
That is oddly specific.
Yeah, it's what I had to do to get these horns, but it was worth it. Now, some of the patrons are mean, some aren't. They're really neutral in an overall stance. It just depends on what they want you to do. It's just something that you can prove your worth to them for using their powers and gifts. And in turn of also using their powers and gifts, they also want you to just, spread word about them. Most do, really. Whether that spreading word is through power or through intellect, it is up to the patron that you choose to seek out.
Wait, I can't talk about that. Wait, so like you telling me about your god right now?
Yeah.
Does he gain power from people knowing about him?
It spreads his influence where more people will try to seek out to gain favor with him.
Okay.
The more you help out your god, the more boons and gifts he bestows upon you. For instance, when starting out as a warlock, you get a very, very nice spell known as Eldritch Blast, which uses the power of the otherworldly gods in unison.
Wait, can I use that with a bow?
While it's not particularly been done like that, I'm sure you may.
Oh god.
I don't see why you couldn't create some eldritch arrows.
Interesting.
Oh,
Wait,
god.
are there any? How would I find a god of bows?
God of bows.
God of hunting?
Well,
God of the hunt, probably. That's a bit better.
Well, you can always try to. When you come across a magical place, these magical places grant extra energy, transferring of energy,
Better chance of
communication
you to
wise.
connect.
Exactly, ghost in our heads.
Wait, you heard that?
When you reach in a magical place, try to seek out someone who would just basically sponsor you. I don't know if you ever read the Hunger Games series, but it's pretty great. The movies were eh. But
I can't read.
oh, that sucks. Yeah. But yeah, oh yes, the Kraken was also my second choice, but I ultimately went with the Great Old One. But the Kraken, you can eventually ride around on a giant like um, flying Kraken and just shoot people with you for your bow. Like, it's so cool. Like riding around on a giant Kraken in the sky. Isn't that cool?
I like how they're treating their patrons and gods like trading cards.
Yeah, you had like a choice. You didn't just like, oh, the old one, but you like know about the other ones, and also wouldn't talking about this other one kind of spit in your own god's face?
Not gonna lie, a little bit.
She loses the
Okay.
horns.
The horns shrink back into her head.
Oh god, they
I'll learn those
invert.
back later.
Even while I do speak of the others, my God knows my true intentions, and my true loyalty lies with him. He knows I would not disobey him, and he knows I am spreading his value and worth to everybody that I come across.
We'll have to look into it.
It's very cool.
Thank you for your time. You should probably stop your companion there before he gets alcohol poisoning.
I'll just summon a new one.
Oh, okay. That seems convenient.
It's really is. Summon people at your disposal. It's great.
Yeah. Before I go, how many have you gone through?
Ah, man. I mean, I keep creating imps over and over again, and this is probably like, I don't know, my 34th one.
Today?
Today.
They are kind of stupid. They like to kill themselves. Like, for instance, I had an imp that believed he could fly. He was kind of like off his rocks. He was really stupid. He went ahead and jumped off a house and just splatted on the ground. They're kind of wild in nature, but they're pretty fun.
Huh.
They
Sounds
do
like
obey
they
your
have
commands, but I mean, honestly, I always give a chuckle when I see imps just, kill themselves, do stupid means. Like this imp lit himself on fire, claiming he was the fire god. It's fantastic. I'm sure you'll love him.
Sounds great, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's so many good options. If you wish to talk more, we can always do that.
I don't know how long we're gonna be here. We're probably gonna be like, we just gotta, fix the thing and we're out.
Yeah, first we
This
gotta.
whole
Well, it's a
jet
big
thing.
place, friend. I hope you take your time and enjoy the scenery. Because even though the world revolves around, apparently, your quest, there's lots of things to be discovered elsewhere.
Hint, hint.
Hmm. Well, have a good night.
You too.
I gotta.
That was a
As you
conversation.
approach these people, you can see one is absolutely giddy over the beautiful design over this person. It's not Luna.
Damn. No,
Her hair is sparkling and looks like a cosmic swirl. Her cutie mark is a galaxy swirl. And
nah.
her partner is not happy about that.
Jealous.
Yeah.
I can just tell this before I even get to the table. Hell yeah.
Okay,
You can
look at
inquire
that.
about them.
Uh,
And
what are they talking about before I rudely interrupt them again?
Jazz is going on like this. Oh, look at her! She's so cool! There's so many sparkles! And Snaz is kind of just ears back, kind of like growling, just like, yeah, ain't this pretty? And then Galaxy is just calmly just sipping her tankard, enjoying the
Glory,
the
praises.
onslaught
The
of
praise.
compliments. Yeah. And as they see you, Jazz goes ahead and speaks up again. Ah, look at this person! He has blue hair and he's blue.
Yes, I am. That doesn't
Wait.
seem
Hi.
as exceptional as.
Wait,
Hi,
so
I'm
you are?
Jazz, and this is my lover, Snaz. And Snaz looks over to Jazz and says, "We're sisters.
Okay, that's when you walk
This
away.
is Galaxy, our lovely person here."
Sorry, I feel like I just got hit by a train. Which is it?
Oh, which is what? Well, I'm Snaz. That's
no,
Jazz,
yeah.
and this is
You said
Galaxy.
lovers,
That's
and then-
right.
but you also said sisters.
That's right.
All, what's? I don't know how to move on from that. Can't just. Shit.
Yeah, Snaz looks up to you, kind of like with her face scrunched. Hey, you don't happen to be a mercenary, are you?
Mercenary. Not the word I prefer. Adventurer. Mercenary is kind of a, it's kind of a slur to us adventurers.
A slur?
It makes me feel like, okay, maybe not an actual slur, but I feel attacked when called a mercenary. I am an adventurer.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Get out of here.
Okay, all right.
This is me and my incest sister. What? You don't like me called a mercenary? Get the fuck out of here.
All I'm saying is, being an adventurer, it has more layers to it. Being a mercenary, it just sounds like you kill people for money.
And Snaz looks back up at you, glaring like daggers to you. That's kind of the point of why I asked. And Jazz kind of gets up on the table. Her front hooves and her back hooves are sitting on the chair now, and her front hooves are on the table. Oh, you're an adventurer? What stories do you have? The cool stories? Did you go to like a temple?
I've been to a temple before, a couple.
Oh, you have? What do you see?
Which temple? I mean, I've been to a couple temples. One of them had an angel in it. She was cool.
An angel? Oh, was she pretty?
For
What'd
an
she
angel,
look like?
I mean, angels, they're all fucking beautiful. I mean, it's kind of, they're angels. It's just kind of.
Yeah, Snaz is an angel.
Really?
Yeah, she's
pass.
beautiful.
She's not an actual angel, though. I mean, like I meant an actual angel.
She's an actual angel?
Yeah.
How'd you meet one of those?
I have no idea. Again, just going around. People ask for jobs. One of them was an angel.
Dude, that's so cool. Maybe I asked for jobs next.
Ah.
Was it dangerous?
Oh yeah, we almost there was a big ass fucking dragon. Holy shit.
Oh, dragons? Oh no, not the baddies.
Pretty
What
scary.
were they like?
Breathe fire, shooting fuck this up.
Oh,
He almost killed one of us.
yikes.
Or two of us. I don't
Are
remember
you
that fight.
okay?
Oh, I wiggle the bow. It's like I don't get into fighting very much.
No, he didn't make it out.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope you take good care, friend. Because I would like to see you return here again, so I can enjoy more story.
You talked more than I did. I feel obligated to ask about the And I like gesture towards the amazing hair. It's like, how?
Galaxy goes ahead and puts a hoof on the armchair, or the chair's back, and turns around towards you. She looks so fucking cool while doing this. She looks at you just all eloquent, like saying, "Well, I just put some classic beauty product. It's natural."
I'll put some chemicals in my hair. It's natural.
Exactly what she said.
Whoa. Which
Whoa.
products exactly?
It's my natural industrial strength hair dye.
It's this great product known as the Galaxy. It is a very beautiful concoction. It is in the Geneva's concoction alchemy shop if you would like to purchase it.
Ooh.
Ah,
And can you come a little closer, please? Just
Uh-oh.
whisper distance.
Oh no.
Sure.
approach the pretty pony.
Banjo music intensifies.
I'm trying to get with Snaz here, but she don't look too happy. Do you think you could try to help me out?
You want me to be your wing pony?
Yeah, be my wing pony.
And how do you suppose I do that?
Well, you are an adventurer. You can keep Jazz distracted, and I go for the Snaz.
Wow. What? Did you set this whole shit up just for that one joke? You piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I'm going AFK.
No, Sugar. To answer you truthfully, all of this has been improv. Everybody's backstory.
I'll
Be my wing pony.
I'll see what I can do, but Jazz seems kind of attached to her. Attached to a lot of things, actually. She's very.
What do you
Anyways,
mean attached to Snaz? I mean, I know they're sisters, but
I back. I was like, anyways.
all right, let's get this plan rolling. You distract Jazz with your adventure stories, and I'll go for the snatch, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh. Adventure story.
Yeah, you look like an adventurer, so please just get her.
Wait, did she just like miss that entire part where?
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
she's completely just fucking not listening to Jazz at all.
Okay. So,
Nobody almost got her neck snapped.
anyways,
I'm back.
so Jazz, you wanted to hear more adventuring stories, right?
Oh yeah. What other adventure stories do you have?
Well, I'm not the only one with adventuring stories in this tavern.
Oh,
You should come meet my friend Scarlet. We can tell you some amazing stories.
Scarlet?
oh, Miss Scarlet.
Yeah, you see her over there? The she's the one with the dope ass horns. The Pegasus
Oh,
with
horns are
horns.
so cool. They're so in.
Hell yeah, they are.
The Snaz is fucking glaring at you. She wants to kill you now.
Oh God, what did I do wrong?
And as she's glaring at you, the Galaxy goes ahead and just puts her face in front of like the eye shot of you, so she's now at the full attention of Snaz. And she
If this
goes,
whole
"Hey
scenario
there."
doesn't end up with the little sister becoming a cultist, I'm going to be disappointed.
She should come back with horns.
Jazz begins to get up, but then Snaz goes ahead and puts a hoof on her rump, forcing her to sit. No, you sit. We shall enjoy our food.
Is there a problem, Snaz?
Yes, there's lots of people grabbing her attention, and it's kind of off-putting considering this was supposed to be our date. That is why I chose a secluded corner.
Why did you invite Galaxy?
Wait, did Galaxy do what I did and just walk up?
Yes. Saw Jazz and was like, ooh. Or not Jazz, Snaz, and said, ooh.
So who was you, Snaz? You mentioned that you wanted me to kill someone? Who was that again?
Yes. I want you to kill her. She points at Galaxy, and Galaxy is just fucking awestruck of Snaz.
Big oof.
What the hell did I come back to?
This is a lot more intense than the previous table. I don't know if
Galaxy goes
why
ahead.
do you want me to kill Galaxy?
As you start to trail off, Galaxy picks up. Hey, Wingman! You're kind of killing the mood. Just take Jazz already. Look, man, I'll distract Snaz. And Galaxy goes ahead and she puts a hoof on Snaz, and Snaz recoils, horrified at the thought of her touching her.
Okay, because all right, I completely read the situation wrong, because I thought I need to go. No, I can't help the situation. This is
Come
bad.
on, man, don't be such a bummer.
No, because I thought Snaz was annoyed at Jazz being like infatuated with Galaxy. Because
She is.
I thought that Snaz would be okay with me taking Jazz over to Scarlet. She's not.
The problem is that Jazz is in awe of you. Just, you gotta try to convince Snaz you're not after Jazz.
She thinks that!
She's a jealous type, like very, very jealous type. She's in a defensive state because right now Galaxy's here. Now you show up, and now Jazz is also in awe of you.
Just say you're gay and everything will be fine.
Exactly.
Don't worry, Rook. I'm right there with you. I completely thought this was something else too.
Take it for the
Whoa.
team. Just go ahead.
Whoa, hey, I'm not into that, dog. I'm not
You're
into
gay?
you.
Snaz
But no, I
looks like she's puzzled.
I prefer to be alone.
Oh, you're
I
one of
don't-
them asexual types.
If you wanna, sure, put it like that. I prefer. Nope. We're gonna keep it at that. I'm just. She seems very interested, and my friend Scarlett over there has much more interesting things to say than I do, and it's gonna be a learning experience for her. And I think Snaz, you could learn something too, actually.
Like what? Are you suggesting we all go over there?
I'm suggesting we have a group session where we all learn about the glory of the old one.
Oh no! Rook has joined them. It's over.
I'm so
We lost our ranger.
confused. I'm so
Just-
lost.
She
This
goes
just
ahead.
took an abrupt left turn.
She lifts the hoof off of Jazz's rump, and she actually kind of pats her rump, telling her to go along with you.
Oh, you're gonna go learn about Satan? That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, come on.
Right now, she's just glad Jazz is getting away from galaxy and that you're asexual. He doesn't care.
All right. Come along then.
What's
Scarlet.
Hey, man.
A lot of things just went down in the past, like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Meet my new friend, Jazz.
Oh my god, she's so pretty! Who's this? She goes ahead and just like touches Imp, and Imp's doesn't really react to her. He just doesn't feel her at all, actually.
Oh
And
my
as you
god.
look,
Pretty numb to the world, yeah.
as we look closer, you can tell that he's just passed the fuck out
Or dead.
or dead.
Did you pay for all that alcohol?
Yep, being with a good, great old one brings in a lot of money, as long as you do what they ask.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. Like if they tell you to like, go hunt an apple, but you gotta use a slingshot to get it out of the tree, you gotta do it, man.
Again, just really specific thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but whatever the great old one wants.
Huh.
Roll perception, please.
Fuck.
Yeah, Imps is dead.
Oh no!
That's gonna be something else.
And
Oh,
Jazz,
no. Jazz is just gonna be sitting there shaking him, and he's just be dead. Oh, it's so sad.
Jazz is just like poking like through his like flowing mane. And then she looks over to Scarlet and sees all of like the beautiful golden jewelry and her horn that is like ever shifting of colors, like a weapon skin off of Black Ops. That was really cool, Like
Yeah,
dark-
totally. No,
Dude. So what are we learning about? Adventures? Jazz speaks up.
God, I don't want you to roleplay by yourself. That's weird.
I know. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. So Scarlet, kind of feel bad, but I needed to get. I realize I shouldn't be saying this out loud halfway through saying it. I lean over to Scarlet and was like,
Hey, man, that's all cool. You just want to teach her about the great one of the old gods. See, you're already you're trying to find your own path to your own patron. Isn't that cool?
I just
You're already
found out about your religion, and I'm already a missionary.
Yeah,
completely invested.
it's really infectious.
Yeah, I'm sure when you continue this path, you'll eventually find someone really cool. Anyways, our patron gives us the ability to go ahead and modify our looks to whatever we want, within reason, and as long as we have enough favor with them. This favor will change our forms, and when our form changes to accommodate the new looks, it also grants us a gift, a benefit of him. So, for example, I am part of the Great Old One. Now, the Great Old One, as you might know, he's quite old. I'm allowed to read people's thoughts, dominate people, and send messages. I am able to basically read people. All right, I know it sounds kind of weird, but I'm able to read people. People can't read my thoughts. I know it sounds kind of weird and all like tin hat stuff, but it's true. It's true. And Jess is like, "Whoa, yo, how do I get like a third or a fifth hoof? How could I get like another one? Because when holding things and like drawing, you always want like oh no, not a fifth hoof, like a hand. I want a hand like those dragons and griffins have. Yeah, how do I get one of them?" And then she's like, "Oh, there's many patrons that can help change you, but I think the Kraken might be the best bet.
Oh my
After
god.
all, krakens have lots of limbs.
Oh
But
no,
they
I
won't be
know where
hands.
this is
They'll be
going.
tentacles. Ah, dude, tentacles? That's so cool. What can they do for me?
Oh no.
Well,
Jazz the
Please.
Eldritch Abomination.
well, the tentacles are absolutely fantastic choice for young warlocks, for
Oh
they allow
no,
you
you
to create
didn't.
extra appendages. And if you create a pact with that particular patron, you can grow another set of appendages. Yo, you could grow up to, I believe, like 4 or 6 additional appendages. It's crazy cool. You can hold all sorts of stuff. And Jazz is like, whoa, what else could I do with the Kraken? And she's like, well, the Kraken has a giant squid, basically. Another Kraken that flies above the air and you could ride him. And it's basically like a vehicle, but like a pterodactyl, basically, just way cooler.
Rook just walks away.
You can hear them continue on and on. Scarlet. As you look back, you can see Snaz is just like Snez has put Galaxy's neck against the rail, and she's
Oh.
pushing down on it. And Galaxy's just like, "Ah, baby, please,
Boy.
please, not in public."
Oh Lord,
Oh Lord Almighty.
the Sundare girlfriend.
Right. Yeah, I think I've had enough for the night.
I suppose the peasants will return to their common rooms.
Wait, how much for a common room?
Oh, Rook, hi,
Uh,
you came back. I was just going to go ask the bartender since Cloudwalker already reserved our rooms. Or beds, I would say.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, so I came here and I wanted to ask the bartender to... Where exactly are they? Since we're new here.
the lizard man shakes his head yes as you state the reservation of rooms, and he goes ahead and walks just a little bit over here, and then points down the hallway, and says, just past that door, you will see another set of rooms who you've been claimed as. You've claimed 4, but there are 5 slots, so the 5th one might be taken up, unless if you want to reserve it as well. Basically, if you want privacy, you can rent out the room. Or rent the room, I mean.
Nah.
Nah. I mean,
Right.
if they want to be in our company, it's their choice.
Okay.
I've got a snake to protect.
Wait a minute, you didn't Cloudwalker rent 4 beds?
Yep.
That but like 2 of us aren't going to be there, so
Yep.
couldn't Obi and Rook like push the beds together and have like giant beds for themselves?
Hell yeah.
Technically, yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that.
Just have one bed in the center.
Okay, you push these beds together and these beds together.
Hey, I didn't say I was participating in this.
I'm doing this.
I'm not that big that I need 2 beds.
Oh,
Well, Rook is fat.
One bed's for you, the other
Whoa!
one's for flamethrower.
Rook is fat.
I just don't want the beds to go to waste. You might as well put them together.
Climbs into the bed, he just spreads.
I flatten out.
Melt into the sheets.
All right, if Obi's not gonna use one of the beds, I'm just gonna put all my stuff onto that bed and just set George on top of it to protect,
George gets a whole bed to himself.
and then sprawl out on the 2 beds and just conk out.
Since
Wide.
since now I'm in a room and I have privacy, quote unquote, I can finally repair my fucking shotgun. It's been broken so long.
Alright, go ahead and roll your usual checks, and the night passes.
How come when he talks to
Oh,
people,
yeah.
he gets a side quest and a whore, and I start a cult?
I didn't mean. Honestly, a cult sounds a lot cooler.
You had a
Because-
side quest. It was just really small and short.
Yeah, fair.
You could have gotten a whore. They were interested in you.
I don't. No, thank you.
Saying.
Doesn't Rook have a broken shotgun as well?
No, I got mine
It's
fixed.
like named.
Yeah, little Sebastian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
The one that was interested in me, she was too much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry for Scarlet, but then again,
Mm.
she's get to spread her
I'm
religions.
fairly certain
found it.
if he went after that, the other one would have done to him what she is currently doing to the other one.
Oh yeah.
Because String's gonna wake up in the morning, leave his room, and be welcomed by 2 dead people.
Also, like I'm awkward enough, like talking to people normally. I don't need like romantic role playing too. Oh God, Jesus Christ.
The cost is in announcements. Have
Oh,
fun
yeah.
scrolling.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks. I'll just
Wow.
want to deduce the amount of gold I needed to repair that.
Oh, it's actually not that far. It is considered modern. It doesn't list price.
It's free!
Modern. Let's see, 250, 500, 1,500. It's 1,500.
Wait, that. What? I struck.
That's right.
That's a very expensive gun.
Wait, what? Oh. How the hell were we able to buy it if it's that much?
You didn't. You picked
You
it up
didn't.
off a dead body.
Oh shit. Give. Oh. How much would I be obliged to buy? Pay for repairing it? I mean, how much do I normally have to pay for?
What?
How much does the repair cost? I think it's normally I have to do a tinker's check, and I have to pay an amount.
It's 750 gold.
Oh, a half is to repair, and since I have the
No, that is halved.
yeah.
It's like that meme. The barbarian takes 34 damage. The damage is halved. It's already halved.
Oh god. But still, 1,500 to repair. Okay, I know. Give me a moment. I think my brain's shorting out.
Godwalker's missing out on all the fun.
True that.
Yeah, I am asleep on an operating table somewhere.
Incurring debts.
Incurring debts, drinking water.
Using pillows. Existing.
Can I just say, I hate this. I hate whatever's going down right now.
All right. Is anybody gonna do anything? Let's see. Rook's asleep. OB's doing his stuff. Snake is dancing. Memophilia's diddling string. He's pulling out her strings. His strings,
no.
whatever.
What the fuck?
Okay, that was
Snyder walks
We're
in.
making beautiful music. That's better.
Snyder finally walks in and orders his room. He was actually the 5th person. Could have kicked him out.
The only bed left.
Yeah. He just comes in. I think I just finished repairing my shotgun and went to bed as he comes in.
You walk
Aye.
into a room, you see 2 beds pushed together, one with a bunch of loot and a snake on top, one with a dude hunched over with a gun in the dark.
Just putting it into his mouth, thinking about the cost.
Oh no!
Oh god, no. Wait, I still have 1 metal. How much would that deduce from the cost?
125 GP.
Yeah, and I.
So it still cost you 1,375.
Well, halved.
I mean, I have this, so. In the end, how many hundreds of golds do I have to deduce?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay, deduced it.
Okay. As you guys fall asleep, it is very peaceful. Rook, gain. No, it's not Rook, sorry. Who took it? Oh, yeah, String. String, please roll a d10.
Oh boy, here we go.
Roll to see which STI you get. So sorry.
Oh.
Okay, now roll a d4.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Now go ahead and roll a d12.
You're making me nervous here, Bad.
Oh.
Okay, 6 was your pain tolerance. Um,
Wait, is she a
I didn't mean to
succubus?
do the. It was meant to be done a different way, but it's all right because it added up anyways. So 6 was pain tolerance. 2 was damage. 4 is the remainder. So 4, you gained 4 temporary hit points. Memorabilia, being a bat pony, does draw a little bit of blood,
Oh.
but
Cute.
I
with
take
her,
2 damage.
no, you gain 4 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Your pain tolerance ignored it, and then
Oh, okay.
her ability allows her to go ahead and give temporary hit points based on the fuck.
Lovely.
The fuck. I like
Okay.
the fuck.
So, it is the next day.
Okay. I spank Memo, whatever her name is, on the ass, and I walk out.
Snyder calls you to Obi and Rook, saying, "Well, we should have a meeting before we head out.
Yeah.
Once you're ready, please join me in the room, the tavern."
The main room.
I let a nice stretch. Well, I slept pretty well. Well, most
Get
of the
my
night anyway.
shotgun, get my bags, get this shit. Yeah, I think
On
I'm
a
ready.
bang upstairs. We are like directly below that room.
Yeah.
You guys probably heard all of it.
Oh god. So that's what was keeping me awake.
I just slipped like a rock in the corner.
Did anybody move around down here? Or is like everyone just at their...
Scorched is a usual guest. Same with these two. These two are forced to be here. Poison Mist is drunk. He's passed out. Nash is a cook. Tinket is the innkeeper. These two are getting their morning meal. These two have disappeared. So let me move into GM.
All right, I want to be able to look up and see if I can see like any blood from upstairs.
No, there's no blood.
Okay. Are they up there?
No,
Okay.
there's nobody upstairs.
Okay.
I'm just keeping this like this because
Ease.
uh,
All right. Well, I'm gonna wander over to these two. Good morning. I just kind of come over to the bar and I lean on it.
good morning, String. Where do you sleep?
What?
Good morning, String. Where did you sleep?
Upstairs. How do you know my name?
Oh, you never told him his name. Good morning, Changeling.
Good morning, changeling.
So
I
you
just
slept
kinda-
upstairs.
Yes, I slept upstairs. I bought the deluxe room, though I didn't know what was so deluxe about it until I, well.
Like,
So, what are you guys having for breakfast? I may have the same.
He kind of chuckles and snorts. Down on the table, you can see that Snyder's already ordered himself a meal. And same with Obi and Rook if you choose to.
Yeah.
But he ordered hash browns and bacon, and a side of biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that
Ooh.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'd like to have what you're having.
All right, so that'll be 5 silver pieces.
Done and done. I only have a gold piece. So tip. I just slip the money towards ticket. Tinket. That's a tip, and
If you don't know his name, it's a play on when two glasses clang together, they make the tink sound.
that's
So his
clever.
name is Tinkit.
That's clever.
Ting, ting.
Here you are, friend. And perhaps you should have a warning on your deluxe room. I was quite shocked whenever I entered,
Oh,
but I was rather pleased with how it turned out.
very good. I am glad the guest was pleased.
More than once.
Oh God.
But yes, I'll have what they're having. Thank you very much. How much was it? It was 5 silver.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and 5 silver is 10 gold, right?
What?
What's the currency exchange here? I
One
never
gold
fucking learned that.
piece is 10 silver.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. So the rest of the silver is
Tip.
is a tip. I'm gonna just sort of
One
wait
gold for
patiently with
breakfast.
my friends over here.
Your food comes out pretty quickly as that particular meal is quite popular.
All right, I'm going to enjoy it.
Nash brings it out and hands it to you. There's a window here. I don't know why I walked around, but whatever.
Special. I'm special. Deliver it to me straight from the chef.
I meant to say when you were by Snyder that he requested a meeting with you guys.
Do I get any temporary hit points?
Uh, temporary hit points don't stack, so
Oh,
roll a d6.
well, I don't want to get rid of what I got then,
Okay,
but I'll roll a d6 for you if you want.
it's all right.
Okay, I'm going to keep my 4 temporary hit points. Well, I'm going to gather my food. I'm going to bid adieu to Tinket and the 2 strangers next to me. And
Poison
were you going to
mist.
say something?
The poison mist is still knocked out. The
I paid
wanderer
him
is
no mind.
sipping his wine, his grape wine, and Butterina is buttering up to him.
Oh, wow. A little early for wine. Kind of gauche. All right, so I come over to Snyder and I'm holding a biscuit with the egg and the bacon inside of it. I'm just eating it.
Oh, good morning, all of you friends. I
Good
hope
morning.
all of you had a good, restful sleep.
Somewhat.
I think
Now,
we're missing one. I look around.
I
Where's
think
the
he.
priest?
I think
the
he's
priest is
still at the
currently in the
hospital.
hospital, which we'll go ahead and grab him after we get done with this meeting. But
Oh, well, shouldn't we go and grab him before we're done with the meeting so then we don't have to repeat it?
nah.
Oh, fair enough. Do continue.
So I need to go ahead and make some political talk to get us some more sway and word around here, so we can actually find out, more about this land. So that's going to take a few days, which I'll be absent, which I'll pop in every now and then to check how you guys are doing. So in the meantime, if you want to explore the city and whatnot, feel free to do so. No pressure.
Are there any tasks that we should accomplish while we're here?
Um, kind of ruffles through his mind a bit. Well, I don't really have much, but I know there's some ponies here that have a few quests, but here's one that you could do, I suppose. He goes ahead and ruffles through his backpack, pulling out a gray cardboard box. It's a grayish brown. And he puts it on the desk in front of you. and are you going to open / lift the top up?
Sure.
As you lift it open, you can see it's kind of like a ceremonial dagger. It is like beautifully crafted with ornate jewels embedded into it. Snyder goes ahead and glances to all of you. This here is a gift. It is a gift that goes to Valerie. Valerie is your librarian. She's very interested in unique artifacts like this, and she will pay a pretty good price, which I will split evenly with you guys as long as you can go ahead and turn it in. Her paying is about 75 gold for this. So that's an upfront cost, which, sorry, but that's my pocket. But then a turn-in fee would be the 500 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And then to all of us, split evenly, it'd be 100 apiece.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough, I guess.
I suppose I'll go take care of this while we go about our day, and I'll head to the general store at some point. Though, if you do need some help in the politicking, feel free to ask me for my help. I am a court functionary, after all. I have quite a extensive knowledge of how the courts and politics of the intergovernment works.
That's good to hear. Once I get in, I'm going to need to get another set in. I don't know how to describe that any better than that, but basically, I need to get to know a person in order to speak to a good person to speak to the boss. So once I reach to the good person points, I'm probably going to need to pull some strings. In which that might be where you come in.
Sure.
Require me to flex some strings.
Yep.
Very well. I suppose we all have our duties then, unless there's anything else.
After this, I'll go ahead and point you in the right direction to the hospital, and from there we'll split our ways. Like I said, every now and then I'll come by this tavern to check up on you guys, but yeah.
Very well. By the way, everyone, I need you to know that the two gentlemen over there, and I point to the table across the way, they are missing their people. They're a part of a caravan. You can identify them by like the blue and white patch that looks like a shield. It's got a blue background and a white crest. That's what signifies that they are traders.
Chest.
And oh, you didn't. What? Yeah, I said that.
White chest, not
Yeah,
crest.
I said blue background, white chest. Did I say crest? I meant to say chest.
Really?
All right. Well, apparently there's one named Ziggurat. It's their main leader, and they will be with the caravan. So, if you happen to come across anyone like that, please send them this way, towards the tavern.
Ziggurat. Is that name familiar?
It's the name of a building.
No, it's the name of a person.
Well, I
But
know that,
also,
but I mean, like,
Well,
Ziggurat is also a building.
His name is pronounced Ziggurat. Ziggurat.
Well,
Can
we're
you
going to
guess
find
what race he is?
we're going to find Ziggurat and
Ziggurat.
make our way back. If everyone has that written down in their memory, then we can separate it and go our own ways after we go and fetch the priest.
yeah.
I forget I can just write down notes. God. I wonder I never remember anything.
Yeah, I've been writing down everything.
Yeah, same.
I think that's
Almost
somebody's doing it.
everything. But my...
Some of it needs to be scrubbed from the records.
I agree. Oh wait, virginity lost. All right, we can head on out then.
Yeah.
Show us the way to the hospital, please.
He goes to this intersection and he just points down this road. And he says, "You'll come across a very beautiful, ornate building that is very large. It'll be on your left, and it'll be Decorated with gold. There will be a fountain in front. There's white column pillars that you can look for. It is very easy to see.
Very
And,
well.
Somewhere in that building,
God, there's a lot.
Cloudwalker is getting his wings broken even more.
and with that, he's going to go off. And, yeah.
Off into the lava.
Just to prove my point, please knock on some doors while you go down the street.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the very first house that I see, which is right here on our left.
Hey, I know we should be going to see our hospitalized friend, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up to
Very
this
left, okay.
residence and see who.
I'm gonna wander up and I'm gonna knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, it's open. As you enter, you can see it is a dimly lit room. Inside of it is an alchemy shop. You see 4 people there. You see the alchemist himself, which is the merchant. He seems to be pretty dull in nature, and he's quickly looking at 2 of the apprentices that are next to him, crafting some more potions. You can tell that he keeps a tight watch over them to make sure they're producing it right. Then you see a half orc. No, not just a half orc, just like a regular orc, because there's no humans. Just browsing the goods.
Oh well.
It's an
Good
alchemy.
morning, everyone. I give a nice little wave.
And the orc says nothing to you, but the apprentices kind of raise their skinky hands to you. And the alchemist himself, which his name is Princeton, says to you, "Good evening, or actually good morning now, it seems. It's so dark in here. Welcome to the alchemy shop. How may I help you?"
Oh, we're just looking around. We're getting a feel for the neighborhood.
Uh,
I kind of look back at everyone else as I'm standing in the doorway. Is anyone in need of some alchemy?
As you look around the place, you can
Not
see that he's selling an
necessarily.
acid flask, an alchemist fire flask, an antitoxin vial, an ever burning torch, a tanglefoot bag, and a tinder twig.
Tender, what?
Yeah.
Tinder twig.
It's a tender twig.
And if we
It's
had
just
a rogue
kindling.
in our party, a lot of that stuff sounds great.
No, I didn't hear what you said. What's a tender twig?
It's just Kindle.
Well, I don't think any of us are in the market for alchemy at the moment. We're actually going to go fetch our friend from the hospital down the road. So we may be back.
Sounds good. See you in a bit then, friends.
Maybe.
Wonderful.
It's
All right, so I just kind of back out.
What house next?
I kind of give a shrug to the two. Do any of you want to attempt?
Knock on the door!
Do any of these houses look magical? Like
So
they
you
would
kinda
sell.
look
I'm not talking about like a house with legs. I mean like selling magic things.
Actually, yes. A lot of them are.
One of those,
There
like the
is
shops.
a total of 6 magic shops in this one fucking street.
We need to
What?
number these places. We need to number these places.
So
Can
there
we put like a thing
Seems
here?
bad for.
you
alchemy?
can just go ahead and take like a freehand tool and just choose a color and then put a dot.
I don't
Remember
know,
your dot colors, children.
pink.
Yeah, pick the same color as.
So right here in
on
this
the left.
middle section is
Water.
one of the magical shops.
Do they look like specific to anything in particular, or are they just like magic? Like is one trinkets, is another one weapons?
Yes, actually, you are spot on because they are multiple different magic shops. So the one that I just pointed to is actually an academy of wizards. This one up here, in the middle of these, is. Let me go ahead and just point it out. It is a jeweler, a magic jeweler. These two, right across from the street, are a bookseller and a generic magic shop. And then there's another two across the street, which he's sitting at, which is another generic magic shop and another generic magic shop.
You should definitely check out a couple of the generic ones, because I don't know anything about gyms or how that would. We could check the gym one out. Gyms are cool. I
Hey,
like
Matt,
gyms.
would it be
Yeah.
okay if I put numbers on
I
these
don't
little
care.
nodes? I'm gonna make a list of everything that we've come across.
Oh
For
god,
free.
no!
What are you
Stop it!
doing?
Oh god,
What are you doing?
I keep forgetting that I'm on that tool. I try to move my character. You delete those pink lines everywhere.
No, you
You can do it.
How do I?
Select.
you just click on them and then press delete, backspace, whatever.
Yeah.
Delete.
So as you enter the jeweler's shop, there we go. As you enter the jewel, all right. If you don't know me, I can't say jewelry like properly.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
Say Jew. Say Jew.
As you go ahead and enter the shop, you notice there's quite a bit of people. In total, there are 7 people. You can see that there's one that is the cashier, and his name is Dalton. He
Hey.
looks. What?
I was just gonna ask Rook to move his thing right quick so I could put a number there.
He's inspecting a new gem that was just crafted. It is a large turquoise, and he's just picking through it. You can tell that he's kind of like rubbing the gem, tapping it on the thing. He's making sure it's thorough. It's a thorough cut. He's taking out his measuring tape and measuring it up. It is a Saurus that is doing this.
What?
Saurus?
Yeah. Alongside of this, there's a display case. You can see a gold necklace with 3 medium turquoise embedded in it, a sterling silver necklace with 10 small rubies, and then you see another sterling silver necklace with 10 small bloodstones.
Do any of them have any labels of what their magical properties are?
The recent cut gemstone isn't on. It doesn't have a label for it yet. The jewelry with the gold necklace with 3 medium turquoise allows you to cast Create Water for free at will.
Okay.
Nourishing
That's
or not nourishing?
It's none of the Create Water spells are nourishment.
Okay.
The sterling silver necklace with 10 small rubies allow you to cast Firebolt. And the sterling silver necklace with 10 small bloodstones allow you to cast Sacred Flame. Up to your charisma modifier.
Oh.
Okay, so are all these like free and at will, or do they have limits like the firebolt?
The Firebolt is free.
Okay, because cantrip.
Yeah. Sacred Flame is unfortunately up to charisma modifier.
It's a negative.
Does it
flame.
break then?
No.
Like if fucking Rook picks it up, does it just shatter?
No, it just empties its charge. You're just gonna have to go find a enchanter and then charge it up.
Oh, okay.
Bruh. Okay.
And then there's Create Water, but every time when you create water, the previous Create Water evaporates.
create water in someone's mouth?
God forbid we ever get like all the way across the continent to Ulron and for some reason still haven't found another enchanter. We're gonna have to haul ourselves all the way back here just to recharge that.
Well, I don't have any needs for them right now.
Yeah.
We're
There's
not-
nothing bow related.
I kind of want to wander up to the jeweler, and I want to say, "Excuse me, sir. I have a question about some items that I found while out in the wilderness."
Yes, how may I help you?
I reach into my bag and I pull out an orange gem, a medium-sized orange gem. I put it on the.
That looks like shit.
Well, I did find
want
it
me
out
to
in the
find it?
boonies. No, I'm wondering how much I can get for it, and you seem like the sort of person to ask.
Well, it's terrible quality. It would require so much cutting and gem work just to make it even profitable.
Ah, I see. So it's not worth your time. I
I will
understand.
give you 25 gold pieces.
Only 25? I thought you said it was worthless.
Everything has a worth, even if it's worthless.
I agree. I take the gem and I put it back in my bag. But I think I'll need to find someone who appreciates it a little more.
Ugh, good luck.
Thank you. Oh, I also have these tiny green gems. I pull them out and I lay them um, onto the counter. These I feel like are insignificant enough to sell to you.
What are those emeralds?
Not quite sure. You're the trained jeweler here. I have 9 of them.
Blessed, stupid low light. He picks them up and then goes to the windowsill to see more clearly with the light there.
Why don't you open up some windows?
Too many eyes peering in at my work, my craftsmanship.
Isn't that what you want? You are a shop.
I don't want them stealing my work.
That's why you have bars on the windows. Or maybe hire some muscle. I know a few guys.
So if you haven't told, if you don't know yet, all of these people actually do have 2 personalities attached to them.
Oh, no, I
This
didn't.
guy's a snob and he's thorough.
Wait, did all the ones in the tavern also have 2 trades?
Hmm.
Don't me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, these emeralds look like they were done by someone who was at least competent enough to not scratch it.
Wonderful. How much?
I will give you for the weight. He goes ahead and pulls out like a very tiny scale. He sets it to 0. He puts it on one individually, one at a time. Calculates it out, and he says, "I'll go ahead and give you 20 gold pieces for each of these."
Each.
Yes.
Very well. Yes. Let's. That sounds very fair. And I hold out my hoof for a shake to seal the deal. And I offer him all of my little gems.
As you stick your hoof out, he looks at it. Yeah, where's the money?
Pardon?
Where's the money in that hoof?
Money. I thought I was selling them to you.
Yeah, I made a huge dip there. I didn't mean to say money. Ah, that's a big dip. Let's glance over that. Yeah, he gives you a big hearty handshake.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah, that's great. All
Yeah,
right.
he
And
sells them for 20 gold apiece.
I get a lot of money out of that.
Just get a
Thank
just
you for
get
your
a undo
business.
on that
Oh,
one.
I do have one last thing. Let's see. What is? Should be 180. 20 times 9 because I'm American. Okay. And then 180 plus 196. All right, that's 376 gold. I have this peculiar piece that I also found while out in the wilderness. I reach into my bag and I take out a golden necklace. Or a golden, yeah, it's a golden trinket. It seems quite valuable, though I'm not quite sure.
You didn't give it back to the tavern keeper?
Not the key. This is a separate thing that I picked up off of a lizard.
Oh,
Remember, I picked it up off of a high-ranking lizard warlord that we slew in a lake.
As you go ahead and hand it to him, he crushes it immediately. What is this? It's all fake.
Oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't think to test. But thank you for damaging my property.
Ugh.
I think I'm going to need some a little bit of compensation for destroying my property, though.
Here's your compensation. And he just throws it back at you. Get out.
Oh, that's assault. Well, I will be back with the guardsmen. Thank you. So I think you're kind of incurring a little bit more than you bargained for, with charges of assault and destruction of property.
Out!
All right. I
politicians.
take the ruined stuff and I make my way out. I'm going to be on the lookout for some guardsmen, or like somewhere I can
Oh my
complain.
Okay,
It's not worth it.
What are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for some sort of law enforcement.
Yeah, every single person looks different, unique, and yet beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, I'm looking for some sort of building, maybe like
Okay.
a law enforcement agency.
While he's doing that, let's. We should get our other, adventuring friend out of the hospital,
Nah, let's
feel free,
enjoy
guys.
the sights.
or at least go to more magic shops instead of wasting our time on this one dude. You got 20 gold. We don't need to piss off this one. He's
I'm not
fine.
pissed. He has attacked me. He has destroyed my property. I just want to see what kind of recourse I have, if any. You're allowed to do what you like. I'm going to see this through.
I do not wish to be present when you get the guardsman on this guy who destroyed your fake gem. I'm gonna go to one of the generic magic shops.
Generic magic item shop.
I don't. There were a lot. Yeah, one of the ones up here. Yeah. Woohoo!
As you take a look inside, there's a lot of people.
Oh god.
And they appear to be leaving.
What? Like in droves or like?
It's an auction magic shop, and the last item available is a pass without trace spell scroll. And most of them are just leaving.
That is so unfortunate. Oh, wait.
them.
Well, I mean, actually, how much is it going for?
Currently, the bidding price for the pass without trace scroll is going for 25 gold pieces.
26.
28.
Yeah, no, not worth mine.
Okay.
You just
pass
come
that
in,
trace.
raise the price, and go out.
No, before I leave, is there like a schedule of when these things start, or is it like
They start every noon is when we get our restock. Check in about 2 p.m. A person named Lilia, that sounded like a male. They're all females who work here. Her personality is frugal and humble.
all right? Thank you. I'll come back later, maybe if I don't die.
Alrighty.
if I don't die.
Don't. I realized I said if I don't die. That's like for everything. I'm just saying that just in case. There's a good chance every day we could die, and I just walk out.
When did you say that the thing was every
1
day?
p.m.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. is like the prime time of when to get in because the stock will be restocked.
Okay. I'm just taking notes.
Okay, you've reached Rook, or not Rook, Cloud Walker. The building that was described to you by Snyder is on the left. It is that large building that all of you are encircling.
Yes. Approach from every side. Don't let
Am I
him
ready for round
escape.
2 of my operation?
I
Okay.
just. I'm sorry. I just realized something.
What?
Why the hell? How do these shops like operate? Like, how many adventurers are there? Because like only adventurers would need these kind of shit, right? Like health potions and pass without trace and fire bolts.
I mean, people can have natural uses for such things.
Yeah,
like
they could use
Firebolt.
Firebolt as a luxury item to light their fireplaces from a distance.
Like, why are there gun shops in the world? You know?
Or it could be like, liar, liar, pants on fire, cast Firebolt.
True.
They're just luxury items for people with too much money to spend.
Fair.
Capitalism.
It is a rich culture, the lizardmen folk are.
We're the people who buy guns not just for hunting, but because we actually. Wait. Are we?
Existential crisis right now.
Anyways, how do we get our friend out? Oh, let's just we're at the
Probably
building.
just have to check them out.
Find
well-
out next time.
is that it?
I still haven't even gone through round 2 of my operation yet. For all I know, they could kill me in my sleep.
Exactly.
And then charge you for it.
Yeah.
Sounds like America.